Hello everyone. Hello. Hold on a second. I'm sorry to take you off the Menchie screen. That is the best screen, I know. Hello and Happy New Year. It is January 1st. What? Hi guys, how you doing? Happy New Year. Is it new? It's New Year's everywhere, right? We've gone through all the time zones? What a stupid question. Like, I feel like all day yesterday was just spent with different people at different parts of the world saying Happy New Year at different times. But I'm pretty sure it has passed New Year's for everyone, right? Who's left? Like, who's last? It's just like the Alaska time zone, right? Because Australia is like way ahead of us. And then it goes to Alaska on the other side of the world. Is that how the world works? Should we learn about geography and time zones today? You're still in denial that it's 2020? It's 2022. We're 2 years later than 2020. Can you believe that? Ew. I feel like not much has changed. Ew, what's wrong with this? What is wrong with this world? Well, whether you love or hate the fact that it's a new year, I'm grateful that you're spending it with me. Early in the morning, potentially, for some of you. It is 11 a.m. in the morning on New Year's Day where I am. And maybe it's 8:57 p.m. for you. Okay, well, that's late, so. Hawaii's last, right. You're still in denial instead of denial. A nail pun. Yeah. Who went to bed? Actually, I think I was technically awake at midnight. We were watching Emily in Paris last night. And by watching, I mean like half paying attention, but mostly on my phone. You know, that kind of bed watching. But yeah, it could be 8 a.m. for some people if you're on the west coast of North America. I highly doubt that any of those people are here, especially if they had fun last night. I am hungover, but I must be here. Okay, Megan. That's like me in school when there was a midterm. I very much remember hating when professors would put midterms on November 1st because it was the day after Halloween. But yeah, welcome on in. It's a pretty good viewership here, over 1,000 people here. That's a lot for like New Year's Day. What were my hangover cures? Tea. Who has tea? Let me see your teacups in the chat. I think we all need them. Whether it's because you were out drinking or in drinking. Not necessarily out, but maybe in drinking. Or because you're just tired. Or because, you know, we're going to do some class today, so it feels like school. Or because it's just 2022. And it's another year of this shit. I hope you have your tea. Or your coffee, whatever it may be. But, you know, sip something. Make yourself feel better for a few seconds. I got mine on a heating plate. I now put my heating plate on this desk so it will stay warm throughout this hour. Do you like tea so much because you're still recovering from your hangovers? Yes, I'm still recovering from my hangover from 2012, actually. It's been 10 years. It's that bad. I know I look tired and like I'm hungover, but that's actually just my eye rash that decided, you know, it's a new year. We're going to hit you again with your stupid eye rashes. Great. Love this year. We're off to a great start already. You can see, right? You can tell, yeah. It looks like I'm tired and old, which is also true. But the eye rash decided to attack me today. It was like, no, Christine, you are not getting away next year with any freedom on your eyes. So yeah, if they look watery and like stiff and puffy, you're right. That is the case. No, I'm not hungover. I didn't even drink. I went to bed. Just my eye rash from cleaning. Yeah, new year, old rash. That's what it is. If you guys were here on the Bakelogical stream, which was really fun, thank you for coming to that, where we baked matcha tea cookies with Ben. I'd mentioned that it had started to come back because I cleaned the house. I cleaned the goddamn house and my eye rash said, no cleaning, Christine. Yeah, I think I'm allergic to like many things, like a lot of preservatives and stuff, like preservatives in cleaning chemicals or commonly found household goods stuff. And yeah, I guess I was dumb and thought that I could get away with cleaning the house. I didn't think it would be that bad, but yeah, I can't. So I know, thank you guys for saying that it doesn't really look that bad. Lesson learned. Yeah, exactly. I'm never cleaning the house again. Ben, I made a mistake one time when I tried to clean the house, but never again. Thank you guys for saying it doesn't look that bad. It feels bad. Like it gets stiff and hard, like the skin around my eyes, and it really sucks. And I feel like I forgot about that for several months when it was subsided, and now it came back, and now all I can think about is that my eyes, I want to scratch them off of my head, you know? So yeah, that sucks. No makeup for me. Your excuses? I'm allergic. I'm not cleaning the house. Sorry. Yes, exactly. F. Johnson. Simply, what are your New Year's resolutions? No more cleaning. Yeah, and I have good reason for that, okay? Like, fuck that. Yeah, the cause of it is not just cleaning products, but like there's some ingredients in some cleaning products, and it's not just a matter of using clean cleaning products. Clean cleaning products. I'm just allergic to chores. No, it's not just that. Some of the ingredients I'm allergic to are also in the clean stuff, because hypoallergenic doesn't really mean anything, because there's still things in products that you can be allergic to. You know what I mean? So it just sucks, and I don't really know how much exposure of it will trigger my eyes, because sometimes not all exposure triggers my eyes, so I don't really know. I'm allergic to peasant work. Seraph. Cleaning isn't peasant work. You're supposed to clean your house. You're supposed to clean your house more often than I do. My house just gets dirty. I just have dirt and dust everywhere. Like, you know, on the like sideboards, it's the worst. You know, if you have like sidings, or what are they called? Moldings? Not the ones at the top, but the ones at the bottom, like there. Like indoor frames, or just like by the floor, and dust gathers on top of it, and then over time it just gathers so much that you almost need to take like a magic eraser and wipe it off, because there's just like a thick layer of dirt and hair. Does that happen to anyone else? Baseboards, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Baseboards, wall trim, floorboards, skirting boards. There's so many different words for what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, if you don't clean those for a year, it gets obvious after a while. And so I was like, you know what? We should clean those trim things around the house. And also every counter and surface, because, you know, I'm sure the cats have stepped on them. Hire a cleaning service? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Not during COVID. I mean, I never had one since, I mean, we had one when I was growing up, but in my adult life, I have never had someone clean my house other than me or Ben. What is dirt? Why does dirt exist? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like, it just like gathers up, and I wish like the cats could just take care of it or something. Hey, Menchie, you gotta clean after yourself. I mean, it's mostly her. How's Barfy Boy? Barfy Boy's good. Barfy Boy is Zyler. His lab results came back. We took him to the vet just to check on things, because, you know, he's an old boy. And everything was clear, so there was no issues to be alerted of. So that's really good news. So I'm happy about that. He did barf, though. He barfed all of his food up like 2 days ago. So I don't know. I just hope it's him just, you know, being a disgusting cat, as opposed to something actually being wrong with him. All right, so how are you guys? Oh, I just realized I was gonna show you my nails, but you know, Menchie has the camera. I'm just putting a base coat on my nails because we're gonna paint some nails later on in the stream after we go through some data. But as I put on the base coat, why don't you guys tell me how your New Year's was? Did anyone do anything? Do we want to do a poll and just see how introverted this chat is? Okay, let's do that. What should the categories be for the poll? Let's see how much we don't go out compared to the average person. Let me see if I can put this. What did you do for New Year's Eve? And night. Nothing. No, I won't just write nothing. I just I'll put went out, like outside your house, anywhere outside your house. Working. Okay, let's do working, because I forgot that option. Or stayed in with people and then like slept. Or wait, are we missing a category? I'll just write stayed in so it's not with people. By stayed in, I mean like maybe you stayed up and you watched it. You watched a ball drop on your TV with like whoever you live with and then slept through it. It's like, gives no fucks. I don't care. I did or nothing, right? All right. Let's see how introverted chat is. So if you're here live, bless you. Thank you for coming. But yeah, you can vote in the live chat on the right-hand side if you open the live chat if you're on desktop, and if you're watching on mobile, you should be able to open your own live chat at the bottom of the screen. Pardon me, I'm just putting on a smoothing base while you guys answer the poll. You got engaged. I know a few people who got engaged. Or maybe I'm thinking of like celebrities who reported it. Like, I know a few people. Or more like Twitter told me of a few people who got engaged over the holidays. A lot of working, babysitting, wanted to go out but COVID, yeah. I haven't gone out for New Year's in several years. COVID wasn't the reason why I didn't go out, if I'm being truly honest. What did I do? Absolutely nothing. Actually, I worked on this presentation. What do I mean, nothing? I never do nothing. I worked on this presentation for you guys about Holo Taco 2021 sales data. And I'm going to show that to you shortly as we just get through this little welcome on in, tea sipping. How are you guys doing? Tell me about your New Year's, a little chat, and then we'll go to class, you know? You got to have some small talk before class starts, or else no one's paying attention until their minds are primed. R.I.P. Betty White. Yeah, I know, I saw that. Very sad, but she lived a wonderful life. 99 years. Damn, that's so long. Stayed in with your dog? Stayed in with cats? I stayed in with my cats. I'm pretty sure I was technically awake at midnight, but I didn't notice because I was watching Emily in Paris / was on my phone. But yeah, I worked on this presentation until like 11 something. And that was my New Year's Eve. So it doesn't feel that different than how I was when I was in school. Did you watch Don't Look Up? No, I did not. Swastik? No, I did not. I've heard mixed reviews about it. Some people say it's really good, and then other people say it's so corny. So I'm like confused whether or not I should actually watch it. Okay, got my base coat on. It's gonna dry. Now I can read. Did you finish season 2? Did we finish season 2, Ben, of Emily in Paris? I think that was the last episode we saw. But I remember thinking like that was it? That was the end? Okay, chat thinks it's... Oh, there is mixed reviews in the chat about Don't Look Up. Some people think it's fine. Some people think it's not. Okay. Ooh, look. Results for the poll. What did you guys do for New Year's Eve? Most of you, 65%, stayed in. Yep. 19% slept through it. That's actually hilarious. Like, wow, that's a lot. 1 in 5 of you to just sleep through. You're like, fuck it. I guess I'm stayed in and slept through it. Maybe slept like right after. I don't know. But I guess I also stayed in. But yeah, this is a giant proportion here. Only 12% went out. Do you see what that means? That means that New Year's Eve is just getting less of a big deal. No one cares anymore. No. Or it means that people who are here are less likely than the average person to go out. Now, we need a reference group to compare this to. Now, if other streamers could run the same poll, we could compare ourselves to them and then decide whether or not we are statistically less likely to go out for New Year's Eve. Okay, I'm going to end the poll. Thank you guys for voting. We are all socks. I know, right? We are all socks. I'm a sock. You're a sock. We just want nails. Wow, I cannot speak today. Tea, nails, and data. And maybe, yes, that number would have been higher of going out if COVID does not exist. So... Oh yeah, we have the sock emoji. Okay, so before we get to the Holo Taco data, I want to go over the channel memberships monthly donation that we're going to do here every month on this channel. So just as a summary, in case you missed it, every month I take a portion of the Menchie Gang revenue, which is the channel membership. So when you join this channel, you hit the join button. You can become a member of the Menchie Gang or the Sock Squad. And with a portion of the revenue from the Menchie Gang, I'm going to take it and donate it every month to a different charity just to, you know, do some good in the world. I've always donated to charities since I first got money from YouTube. Back in 2017 was the first time we started donating, and I've done it ever since. But given with stream memberships, the fact that there can be like a regular stream of income from you guys, I thought that it would be a good idea to transition that into something that I can like commit to on a monthly basis to show you guys what we're donating to this month and to pick a different cause every month just to make myself accountable to like spread things around. So yeah, and I also consult with you guys, the Menchie Gang members, as kind of a thank you and also get your input. So the Menchie Gang members suggested something that was in the spirit of the holidays for this month. So yeah, I decided to donate to the Ottawa Food Bank. They help with food insecurity at my local food shelter. So that's where we're donating. But first, I just want to show you guys for transparency's sake. This was the revenue from the channel memberships. And YouTube actually does, this is funny, YouTube does not do the exact breakdown or drill down of data that I want. So I kind of have to pull together and do some math. They only tell you the overall revenue of channel memberships. They don't tell you how much revenue was generated by each level. So I have to work backwards and do some math to figure out how much of it was from Menchie Gang and how much of it was from Sock Squad. But just knowing that Sock Squad is, you know, 99 cents per month, whereas Menchie Gang is $4.99. It's safe to say that the majority of this is Menchie Gang. And then, oh, that's last month's stuff. So yeah, in case you guys are curious of how many members we have. It says we have 930 members total. This is a screenshot, so it doesn't show. But it is more Menchie Gang than Sock Squad, which I really appreciate, and thank you guys. However, these numbers, like, they tell you that this doesn't exclude people who canceled, and I've noticed that since I first launched this, there's been quite a bit of cancellations. I think that's just normal. When you first launch something like this, people will take it and cancel and switch their membership level. So there is a little bit of some volatility, and I hope that that will stabilize out after month 2. But yeah, that's how much revenue. I don't know why the number is different. I think I like pulled it an hour after, but approximately $2,200 was generated overall from revenue. It won't let me split it between Menchie Gang and Sock Squad. It only gives you the number of members. But just to, you know, make things simple, I donated $2,000 to the Ottawa Food Bank, which is our local food bank here in Ottawa. Thank you, Quinn, for your super chat. Check out Helping Paws. They raise and train mobility, PTSD, and courthouse service dogs at no cost to the recipient. That's a good cause. Yeah. I'm always open to different causes that you guys are interested in, you know, helping me support or participating in. And if you're in the Menchie Gang, I will sometimes put out a post on the community page of the Simply Not Logical YouTube channel and ask you guys. So that's what I'm going to do every month. Dang girl, nice graph. I didn't make this graph. YouTube made this graph. It's dark mode though, so it's nice. It doesn't really like tell me anything though. This is kind of useless. Like, I don't really care about this. I wanted to know the revenue per type of tier, but anyways. When will the presentation start? Good question, class. It's starting right now. Okay, so that was just the monthly charity update. A big thank you to everyone who's joined the Menchie Gang and anyone who considers it. We really appreciate it. And now let's move on to the Holo Taco presentation. Hold on, I have music. Okay. I got stupid music. Stupid music will stop. That's simply music. It's data time, everybody. Welcome to the annual review. I don't know if we're going to do this every year, but I just thought it would be fun to do this year. And we're going to talk about the 2021 polished sales report from Holo Taco. The best and the worst. And by worst, I should probably not use that word. Why did I use that word in my own presentation? The lowest sellers. Let's rephrase that, because nothing is the worst. I made this deck myself to present to you guys, and I truly feel like I'm, you know, this is just a corporation now, or I am a student, one or the other. I just got stickers that say data is better than opinion and excellent with the Excel look. I like those stickers. Thank you, Quinn. All right. So yes, I've put together some data. I pulled the 2021 data and thought, what would you guys be most interested in? And I know you've asked a lot of questions about which polishes sell the best, which colors do the best. And that's what we're gonna go through here today. So yeah. I hate giving presentations. So do I. If I'm being truly honest, I hate it. But this is fun. So I like this one. And yeah, you know what? It's a really good exercise for me to go through. I mean, I go through this anyways, and we do this kind of stuff internally with the team. Obviously, we have to all the time in order to make decisions. But it was fun to do this just for this kind of more fun purpose, just to show you guys and gather it all and summarize it in a fun, colorful way. Does anyone want to predict? Okay, hold your predictions. We'll do some predictions, but first let's just go to the next slide. Data scope and limitations. Okay, so there's a few things to consider, and the data can change depending on how you pull it or how you categorize it, because there's so many different things in Shopify, which is like the store we use, to consider. But basically, the unit of analysis will be the number of bottles per shade sold in 2021. So like the quantity of the number of bottles, that's like what the axis is going to be based on. It's not based on revenue or anything. It's just based on the number of actual bottles of nail polish by shade. It does include polishes released this or last year, 2021, but also polishes released prior to. So that can bias the data. So like, what's an example? Like Royalty Blue was released in 2019, but yet we're only considering its sales in 2021. So it may seem lower, but that's because it wasn't released recently. You know what I mean? So there is an element of newness. And then on the flip side, if something was just released 2 months ago, like the Christmas collection, those may not be in the top sellers because they didn't have enough time to sell in a 12-month period. They've only been around for 2 months out of this year, for example. So just something to remember and consider in going through the data. As always, you know, you got to read the limitations. That's fine, or the methodology. Pulling the data I pulled excludes sales of collection sets and bundles. So in a collection set, obviously there's all 5 or however many nail polish SKUs there was in a set. We're excluding those because it just gets too confusing, and it's also harder to aggregate that data because it's a different line item, and I'd have to add all the I'm Overbrews from the tea set collection to the individual sales of I'm Overbrew, and that just takes more manual time and would be open to more user error. So in trying to avoid that, it also excludes bundles, which can really change the data I found, but I felt like it was important to just focus in on what was the most favorite shades if someone comes to the shop and is picking individually, oh, I want this pink, or I want this blue, and they're picking up individual SKUs. So for example, if someone buys the whole rainbow set, like the original rainbow set that has the 7 colors, the linear holos, those are not included in the calculation of this data because they included all 7. And it wasn't really someone making the choice to buy just red licorice. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't include collection set sales or bundle sales. It just includes the individual purchases that someone came to the store and says, I really want fake date, or I really want blue freezy. I felt like that was a better way to get at the crux of how people make decisions about specific polishes they want to purchase and what colors speak to them. Makes sense so far? That's how I always shop. See, that's good to know, right? So I'm kind of doing this from like a consumer behavior perspective. All right. It excludes nail essentials, so there's no base coats or top coats, just because that kind of muddies the data and doesn't really get to what we're looking at. But I'll have you know that glossy taco is definitely like the top seller because it's something people want to buy more than one of. They go through more of it than colors. That just kind of makes sense. Which bundle sold the best? I don't have that data on hand. But if I have to guess, it was probably the rainbow bundles. We also have some collection set data in here, like which collection performed better than others in 2021. So, you know, maybe that gets to the same kind of thing. And limited edition polishes have a ceiling. So for example, Existential Crisis, which was sold in 2021, or any of the Remix collection that was our anniversary collection in July, those have a set number of polishes that aren't restocked. So once they hit that ceiling, even if they sell out immediately and they were like a really good seller, they're unable to catch up to other polishes and sales because we're just not making more of them. So don't be shocked if the limited edition stuff isn't a top seller just because it wasn't ever going to be because we didn't make as many. We're impatient. Let's see the data go. No, we got to go through all the caveats. We got to go through the footnotes before we get to the good shit. Okay. And then obviously out of stock periods can impact sales. So I know Glossy Taco isn't in this, but that's a good example anyways, that Glossy Taco was out of stock for several months, so nothing can be sold, you know, when it's out of stock. Okay, let's go. Top sellers of 2021. Can we get some guesses in the chat? The top 10 sellers from individual SKUs that if someone went on Holo Taco and picked, I want this color, I want this polish, I want that one, what was in the top 10? What do you guys think? And now I'll have a tea break. One Coat Black, peach tea, lavender syrup. Well, I kind of told you guys that one from earlier. Electrostatic, coral chaser, tea crèmes. Interesting. Everything taco. Flaky top goat. Play rosé. Oh, you guys are naming some older stuff. Play rosé was from 2019. You guys have some pretty good guesses. Are you just naming your favorite colors, or are you naming what you think actually won? Because there is a difference, right? Like, I have my favorites, and then I also have what do I think people actually will purchase. All right, we're gonna do a countdown. We're gonna go through 1 to 10. Oops. Sorry, I don't have a soundtrack for this one. All right, the number 10 best-selling polish at Holo Taco in 2021, if you're looking at individual SKUs purchased, was Duct Tape Gray. Woo! Shout out to Duct Tape Gray! Wow, this kind of shocked me, honestly. I did not think any crèmes, with the exception of a few, I did not think any color crèmes would be in the top 10. I was like, no, it's gotta be all holo, all specialty stuff. But yeah, Duct Tape Gray was a really strong seller. I know, like, it's so weird. Like, it's such a weird color to put on your nails. I mean, I love it, obviously. It's kind of like my vibe because it's so different. I wouldn't have expected it, but I am pleasantly surprised that Duct Tape Gray made it in the top 10. Now, it also had more time to sell than some other polishes we released in the second half because it came out in April. So I've noted the dates here so you can see, because yeah, that does kind of factor in. So it did have more time to sell through last year. But I don't know, what do you guys think it is about Duct Tape Gray? Is it just because it's so weird? You know what I just realized though? Holo Taco has a TikTok that I made a long time ago with Duct Tape Gray, where I like go Menchie Gray, Concrete Gray, Table Gray, Meredith Gray, or I don't think I said Meredith, but yeah, it could be that TikTok, because then I ended it with Duct Tape Gray. How many views are, I mean, I didn't really see that as like, you know, a sales marketing technique. I was just like, this is so dumb that I want to make it. But let me remind myself how many views that one has, because that did go viral, and then I don't understand. Could that be why? But that's not... TikToks go viral all the time that are just dumb, and people don't buy things because of it, right? You guys tell me, why did you buy Duct Tape Gray? We need to do some qualitative research in order to understand these results. It's one of the Pantone colors of 2021. Yeah, good point. So... what was it, like illuminating or something? And the gray, I can't remember what they called the gray. But yeah, yellow and this kind of gray were both the Pantone colors of the year for 2021. But I didn't know that because we were already planning on doing Duct Tape Gray and Banana Hacks. They both came out in April, and the Pantone was announced, I guess, in December, but we're already done. Like, we already know what April is for this year too. So we're working in advance. So that was totally an accident. Oh yeah, okay, so the TikTok has 11.7 million views. So let's see. Okay, you guys like it to do matte gradients with. That's a good one. Your favorite color is gray. Gray is a good neutral base. It's a subtle color. You can wear it anywhere. Unicorn skins look good over it. That's a great point. It really does. It's beautiful. I don't follow trends. I just like gray. Yeah, me neither. I didn't know this would be a color of the year. I just really like this color. And when you put a matte taco on it, it looks like concrete. It looks so cold and moody and uninviting. It looks like wall paint. Uninviting wall paint. I love it. I thought about naming it uninviting wall paint, but duct tape gray just, it suited it much more perfect. It's like the color of a car. Yeah. It was in the bundle. Oh, as to why you purchased it? Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, in terms of this data, this doesn't include purchase in the bundle. So if you bought duct tape gray in the For Art's Sake bundle, which was green screen, banana hacks, and royalty blue, that's not what is driving this data. This is just individual purchases. So people who said, yes, that gray, I'll take just that gray, and then whatever else maybe they added to their cart. 2021 equals gray. Yeah. I'm wearing it right now. Really? That's so cool, Anna. I wonder what % of TikTok views turn into sales. Yeah, I don't know. Because TikTok doesn't really tell you that data unless you're running ads on TikTok where people like click to shop. But on our TikTok, which is just like anyone who has a TikTok account, we post a video and it says like, go to the link in bio if you want to buy, but that's not really, you can't really track that. And most people who see something that they like, they just like Google how to get it. They don't actually click through. Okay, let's move on to number 9. The top 9 seller of Holo Taco of 2021 was Aurora Unicorn Skin. Ooh! I mean, I'm kind of surprised this wasn't higher on the list, but I am not shocked that Aurora Unicorn Skin was in the top 10. It is definitely, it is a classic. And you know what's more interesting is that this was released in 2020. So it's like old. But it's in the top 10 from this year. And I think it's because it's just such a good classic medium between pink and purple in terms of the effect that it gives off. And just in case you're wearing that right now, yeah, one of your favorite unicorn skins. First one I got. It's gorgeous. Thank you. See, we did the quantitative research, now we're doing the qualitative research component. Always a mixed method study. My sociology prof would be so happy with me right now. It's such a staple. Yes. So yeah, our unicorn skins, we have 6 of them. This is the purple/pink one. And that makes sense that that's the most popular seller just color-wise. But yeah, in case you don't know what a unicorn skin is, it's the translucent topper, so it's clear. And then when you paint it over a different color, it gives off these iridescent flakes that kind of shift. And this one mostly looks purple or pink over a dark color. Over white, it will flip and look different. It leans more yellow. But yeah, that's it with matte taco, which is fun. Also, before I move on, I just want to say, just in case anyone missed this message and was like going to Holo Taco to purchase now, the Holo Taco warehouse is temporarily not shipping orders until January 10th because the warehouse is moving. So you would get that notice just in case you were shopping or checking out. It would tell you that anyways, but I figured I'll just let you know. It's perfect for layering, yes. All right, let's go to number 8. Lavender syrup. Okay, so you guys knew this one would be on the top 10 list for sure, and I'm pleasantly surprised. But you guys really love purple. I am noticing. Purple and gray so far are the favorites. So this is from the Pastel Linear Holos collection, the Pastel Rainbow, and it's like a cool tone lavender purple. She's so unique. This is my number 1 fave. I've seen a few people show pictures of them wearing it for their wedding, or them having like their bridesmaids or, you know, the people in their wedding party wear this shade because it matched the dresses or the color theme. So if lavender is a popular color theme, then yeah, it's really cool seeing people use this polish in their special moments. And hey, the Pantone color of this year is something kind of like this, right? Not that I actually care about Pantone colors, but you know, Pantone colors seem to be something that other people care about. So if you're interested, here, I'll pull it up. Yeah, look. It is so similar. So it's like called Very Perry, I think. Yeah, Very Perry. And I guess you could call this a periwinkle. Depends on how you characterize it. But yeah, there you go. We have a linear holo in the color of the Pantone color of the year 2022. Also an accident. All right, let's go on to number 7. Top number 7 seller of Holo Taco is Existential Crisis. Which is kind of very impressive that a limited edition polish that was released in October of this year got up on the top 10 list. Because it had a ceiling cap, right? This polish sold out in, was it the next day? You guys will probably remember too. This polish sold out the next day, I think, or that weekend. Or no. The cleanup brush sold out the same day, and that caused the loop egg bundle to not be available. But I think my polish was around for like 2 days. Yeah, something like that. Because it's so cool. No, the polish itself didn't sell out in an hour. We ran out of cleanup brush stock, which made the loop egg bundle unavailable. But the polish Existential Crisis was still available, I believe, for a day. Was it 2 days? Fuck, there's too many releases in my mind where like I can't remember. I'd have to look up my notes. Guys, I can't remember. You guys tell me. It sold out that night, was it? Okay. But it definitely was around throughout the day that it was launched. But yeah, so it still became number 7 bestseller despite it having a cap, which always makes me think like, wait a second, if there was no cap and we had unlimited quantities of Existential Crisis, would it have made it to number 1? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Regret I could only buy 1 before Crisis sold out. Hey, at least you got 1. That's all you need. Just 1. Special. You know, use sparingly, but it takes a long time to use an entire bottle of nail polish. Chat should put an icon in the chat if they bought it. Okay, what icon? Just write I bought it or I have it in the chat if you have Existential Crisis. We need qualitative support. Who has Existential Crisis, chat? That was my limited edition birthday polish. And I'm currently thinking of next year's already. I mean, this year. Okay, we'll do a poll. So we have both. Do you have an Existential Crisis? And I mean the polish. Alright, I just put it as a poll. Silly me focusing on qualitative when it does not make sense. So do you have an Existential Crisis? The polish. You know, we can have other types of existential crises. I'm having one today because, you know, it's a new year. It's a new day. Fuck, man. I have no plans on bringing this back, just to preempt that conversation. We already went through a discussion last year of what we were going to bring back. As you know, Everything Taco and Got Cake will be coming back in 2022, but I can't do this thing where I bring everything back. I'm not going to do that. Do you know what I mean? There's like a balance. It's the things that people definitely miss out on based on our data that we really felt like we didn't have enough on the day of launch. That could be a reason why I bring something back, but not the only reason. It's like we went from 2020 to 2022. 2021 was just one big existential crisis. Honestly, right? 2020 was like the realization of holy shit, what the fuck is life now? And then 2021, like, did that happen? I don't know. It was just a continuation of the same thing. We're all in a period of existential crisis, and now it's 2022. What happened? Oh, damn. Less than half of you have it. Okay, interesting. If you don't have it, is it because you only found out about it after it launched and then it was too late? Or is it because you saw it release but you just hesitated and you didn't purchase it when it first launched? Because I always wonder, because I see people like not realize it on socials, and then I see people saying like, I knew it was out but I just didn't check out yet. It went too fast. I hesitated. I just missed the launch. I'm broke. Yeah, understandable. All right. Okay. Let's move on to number 6. The top 6 seller at Holo Taco 2021 was Gold Flake Taco, which is just so pleasant and wonderful and kind of like shocking. I don't know, because it's not hollow. I really think this one spoke to a different kind of customer who wanted something more refined, a little more sophisticated. You know, they like the idea of maybe spicing up their nails with something fun, like a topper, but didn't want to go full hollow or glitter and felt that was maybe a little much. And I think I'm just like pure speculating. I don't know what to base this on, but I think I did a good job of showing how you could use Gold Flake Taco over different colors and then mattifying it. And then I think that visual kind of spoke to people who maybe weren't as interested in like blingy, sparkly hollow. So like things like, oops, no, I revealed the next one. Okay, pretend you didn't see that. Things like this. Or, you know, putting it over See Y'all Later chai so you could have that elegant look. And I hope that spoke to maybe a different group of people who maybe aren't as sparkly lovers. Yes, Gold Flake is my formal topper. Just got this one. I can't wait. Well, you're going to love it, Josephina, because it was number 6 in the bestsellers. The toppers are just so easy to use. Thank you, Maria. Yes, I hope so. I hope that's communicated, and I think one thing I'm going to do in 2022 is work more on how to communicate how easy it is to change your manicure, to add a taco of some kind, whatever your style, unicorn skin, iridescent, sparkly, flaky, hollow taco blingy, or more, you know, sophisticated Gold Flake Taco. It was one of your first purchases? Yeah. Super classy. Okay, like this is good feedback, you know? Because we started off the Holo Taco brand super blingy, lots of sparkle, and now we're moving into options that are still cool. Like, I mean, you can still make this hollow if you put something else on top of it. But, you know, there's a different type of nail look for all different occasions, for all different type of people. It's a great New Year's polish, yes. I saw a lot of people doing something like this for New Year's. Nail art, but make it less time consuming. Yeah. I would have loved the equivalent, but in silver. Thank you for your feedback, procrastination. Fun fact, I actually sampled this in silver when we were coming up with the tea collection, but I ultimately decided let's go with gold, just because that kind of suited the tea box theme, you know, with the gold lettering on the collection set. But yeah, who knows? We do have a silver version of this in our back pocket for something maybe. But I feel like we don't just release one-off polishes really like that, just because it's confusing from a messaging perspective, and also I've learned our lesson. We don't want to just release one polish at a time, because like that makes no sense. So I just have to figure out where that would fit in terms of a collection or something. But it exists. You just don't. You haven't seen it. And would people want silver if it's not hollow? Is that a stupid question? Would you want this in silver? Like, it wouldn't be hollow. It's basically like kind of a foil flake. It's a metallic foil flake that would just be silver. It'd be the same formula as this, so still condensed enough, but not too much, so you can still use it. Okay, all of chat is saying yes. I am proven wrong. Okay, this is great information. I didn't think this was gonna be like a survey for me to gain information. I was trying to give you guys information today. But that's cool. Okay, noted. I'm taking notes. Don't need metal polishes, but into metal toppers. Oh yeah, I see your point. That's something to consider. The only thing is that like the metallic, like the frosted metal formulas, a lot of the color is based on a jelly, so it comes from the jelly, whereas the flake itself isn't necessarily a color. They don't come in that many colors, like from the supply chain. Like gold and silver are the easiest to find, but it's actually very uncommon to get other colors of metallic foil flakes themselves without like tinting it in a jelly base, and to get them in the quantities that we need. So that's something that we definitely see as more of a challenge than maybe some indie companies who might have other things that we don't. We need to order in quantities that, you know, make sense, and sometimes we're limited by that. But always looking and always trying to buy everything I can. Remember when there was a flaky Holo Taco drought? Yeah. Yeah, see? All right, let's move on to number 5, which I spoiled. Electrostatic. You guys guessed this one well, though. Electrostatic was from the Electric Linear Hollows collection, and it was our first black hollow, linear of the linear variety, which I feel like I had to explain a lot. I was quite surprised at how much I had to educate people. Oh, thanks, Ben, for changing that. I think I started off Holo Taco just assuming that everyone knew every formula. Like, you know what a linear hollow is, or you know what a hollow glitter is, and I don't need to explain the difference. But yeah, it's clear that that's not the case, and I need to do a better job at explaining why this black hollow is different than Black Hollow Wish, which is a hollow glitter, you know, etc. But this was our first black linear hollow, and it had like a subtle purple tint, just a little bit, to give it a little bit of, to make it more hollow basically, which I explained for way too long in a live stream several months ago. Is the chat broken or something? Guys, my chat is frozen. No, I can't see what you're saying. That's so weird. Okay, hold on. Let me just fix my chat. One second. There we go. Sorry guys, I lost you. I was like, no one is talking. The chat must be broken. Holo, yeah, you're here. It was just me. It like froze on my computer for some reason. Your chat froze because it couldn't handle all the amazing hollowness. Yes, or maybe you guys were just like so excited about electrostatic or something. Electrostatic is probably one of my favorite linear hollows because I really like black hollow. And it's just, you know, it's really hard to make a good black linear hollow that is dark enough but also hollow enough. Because when you make something like, if I were to make this blacker, like less purple and more black, the black will cloud and cover up the hollow, so it would just be less hollow, which is fine, like if you just want a darker polish. But I wanted more hollow and as black as possible, and then the way to do that was to like give it a little bit of color to make it like technically lighter. And it's so opaque. Yes, thank you, chat. It's basic, like it's almost opaque in one coat, but I don't like advertising polishes as one coat because it kind of depends on, you know, how thick you put it on other than one coat black. But yeah, one of my faves. All right, let's move to the next one. Number 4, Holo Taco bestseller. A creme? Oh. I'm over brew? What? This was surprising because it was only released in September of last year. So it's only been around for a few months. This was probably one of the most shocking findings for me. That a crème is number 4 bestseller. And this excludes people buying it in the Tea Crèmes collection set, the Tea Crèmes bundle, or any of the other bundles that had this crème in it. Excludes that. This is just people going to the store and saying, I like that burgundy crème polish. I'll have that, please. Pair this with gold flake taco, classy as fuck. Yes, good point, Rove. Absolutely. Has anyone tried it matte? The sophistication level with it matte. Oh my lord. It's wonderful. I have like a lot of clothes that are this color. I have a lot of burgundy hoodie. Not today, this one's pink, but I have so many like leggings and burgundy hoodies that are this color. It totally suits the fall mood. Yeah, it's beautiful, but I guess I'm not surprised at the color choice. I think it's a beautiful color. It makes sense that a dark red is a bestseller because that's like what the drugstore also sees as well, right? Reds and pinks sell the best in the drugstore. I'm just surprised that for Holo Taco, it's number 4 because we sell so many like specialty things that you can't find in the drugstore, but yet people still want something that is, I don't want to call it more basic, but you know, it's more readily available in terms of the color and the baseline formula. Not that our crèmes are the exact same as what's in the drugstore. We do put a lot of time and effort into making them creamy and opaque. I'd wear this to a job interview for sophistication. Yeah. Sophia's wedding nails. Yeah. It wasn't this color because Sophia's wedding was in like 2019, so this didn't exist yet. But yeah, she probably would have liked this one. But it's things like this that really teach us at Holo Taco as we move forward in planning what else we want to do. That crèmes are something that people want, that I did not know, honestly. And the data is really showing that crèmes are still really strong performers. It's a category that people still want. And I think it's a mix of new customers, like they understand crèmes. Like when I say new customers, I mean people new-ish to nail polish who haven't explored the special effects world. This is something they can be like, yeah, I understand that, and that's simple, and I'll put that on my nails. And then I think the other half of that is also the more hardcore lovers of Holo Taco and the Holo Taco method know that this is beautiful to put under a linear Holo Taco or a gold flake taco or a unicorn skin, like, and so you just want all the baseline colors to do fun things with, and nail art. So obviously there's like, you know, a small proportion of the Holo Taco customer base that does nail art, but as a nail artist, I know that I want to collect all the basic colors because this might really come in handy if I'm doing a Valentine's Day mani or a tea related mani, right? You want a good creme and all the good colors. So yeah, it's interesting to read why you guys would have bought this. Just specifically the color, or because it serves like a good purpose in what you like to do on your nails. The Holo Taco method, yes. See, now you guys are asking for dark green. You want more neutral crèmes. This with one coat of Plum Luck. Yes, that is beautiful. Or Naughty List on top. The Queen of England would wear this while eating tea and crumpets. Absolutely, she would. Yes, yes. Oh, speaking of tea, Beyyyn, my tea is getting low. As we end on the tea crème slide, I could use more tea. Melon, we need more red crèmes. Well, you guys already know that we're working on a very bright true red crème for early this year. You guys named it, remember? What did you name it? Left on Red? Yep. So you already know that's coming, so I'm not even sneaking anything. Yeah, we do have more crèmes in the works for 2022. We kind of have a balance. We got some crèmes, but then we also have some other fun stuff. Can't tell you everything, but I can tell you more crèmes are coming. You guys want them, so. All right, okay, let's move on to number 3. The top seller, the number 3 top seller of Holo Taco in 2021 was Flaky Holo Taco. Hallelujah, hallelujah. My favorite child. I am not surprised. Also, this was released in 2019, so presumably most of the sales of this have happened a long time ago, before 2021. Is that my tea?
That's your tea.
Thanks, man. Ben brought tea. Oh, can you take the cold one?
What is this? No.
The way it dripped.
You won't lick the bottom of the mug?
No, it dripped. I was like, I have to save it. Thanks, Ben. Menchie says hi. Should we check in on Menchie? Menchie! Menchie is loving this data session. I hope you guys are liking it too. How you guys doing? Should we do a check-in? How's class going? Are you guys taking notes? Did you refill your tea? I love a glass of hot tea. Delicious. The queen would never lick her tea mug, but you know, I'm more of a badass princess, so it's fine. Okay, yes, so Flaky Holo Taco, a classic, an original. The reason why Holo Taco needed to exist as a brand, honestly, was Flaky Holo Taco. It is my favorite. I wonder if I had an influence on this. Topper polish that you can put on any color to make it look like a galaxy, to make anything hollow, and it's the most blingy of all the toppers. A classic. And these are my original pictures from like 2019. I feel like I've improved on my photography. I would buy this for nail art. Exactly. It's nail art. It's easy. You know, you just swipe it on. Make anything hollow. And this is the kind of thing that is absolutely not in the drugstore. At least not like real hollow micro flakes like this, that are hollow and not just silver. So I am proud. I am proud that Flaky Holo Taco, something so unique, is truly one of our top sellers, because it reassures me that the Holo Taco brand and like what we sell and what it's about is something that, you know, is doing well and is good. Because I want that. I want you guys to buy more of this instead of crèmes. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, the data speaks what the data speaks, but I really hope that, or I really like that we are seeing both. Proud mama, yeah, that's me. She's thriving. She is thriving. She is so versatile. Right, this is just it pictured over black, obviously. You can put it over any color, but all the Holo Taco toppers look better. Not look better, but they show up more over black. That's just, you know, the science of it. Okay, let's go to number 2. What do you guys think is number 2 and 1? What do you think is left? We only have 2 more of the top 10. What could possibly beat out Flaky Holo Taco? Guess the 2. Ben, you just spoiled it. You spoiled it by pinning it. Oh my god, Ben, I'm gonna remove your permissions. You're trying to communicate with the chat through this. Okay. The number 2 bestseller was not Milky White. What? A white nail polish? What? This makes me like happy too, but also very surprised. I was not expecting not milky white to be number 2. Like, what? How did that beat out all the other polishes with like linear holos or holo glitters or unicorn skins or what? I don't know. It's truly surprising. Yes, we are shocked. Why? You guys tell me why. Because you bought it. We need the basics. White and black are staples. Nail art, dude. And it's opaque white, not milky. Okay, so that would be my... what I would say. But I know that I am in a smaller group of people who are like the nail artists who really want a nice opaque white. And that's not everyone, honestly. Most of the Holo Taco customer base isn't like the freak who loves nail art every night like me, you know? New formula and brush. That's a good point. So yeah, Holo Taco was first released in... Holo Taco was first... Wow. Not Milky White was first released in March 2021. 2020 with the Unicorn Skin Collection. But then we reformulated it in 2021. I forgot to put that note here. But it was reformulated based on customer feedback. Because at first, according to some customers, it was too thick. Too opaque. And that's when I was starting to learn that the majority of our customer base was not the kind of nail artist person like I was, who really wanted the super thick polish, who knew how to work with that formula, and who was just like okay with adding nail polish thinner to something because that was better than the alternative, which I thought was having, you know, a milkier, a waterier polish. So we did make the decision to reformulate it. So it did become thinner than the OG. I know, too opaque, impossible. Yeah, I thought so too, but we listened to customer feedback and we did change it. It is still very opaque, but it's like a 2-coater instead of, I think it was a 1-coater before. But yeah, always listening to feedback. But yeah, so maybe more people purchased it after the reformulation. I would still buy the thick version. Yes, Kayla. It depends. I feel like everyone's different, and it's hard for me sometimes because I can't erase the fact that I have 15 years of painting my nails of experience. So I kind of have a different technique than maybe a newer user. White tips are popular. Yeah, that could be a reason. I love the new formula. Thank you. Sell both formulas? No, that's just confusing. The thick white is great for stamping. Yes. Although these weren't contemplated as like stamping polishes, but I have heard that too. That because a lot of our polishes are more opaque, you can use them for stamping. So you guys tell me. All right, okay. We're gonna go to number 1. What do you guys think is the number 1 bestseller at Holo Taco? Ready? One Coat Black! That's right, everybody. One Coat Black has won the race. The top seller of 2021 at Holo Taco was just a black nail polish. Are we surprised? No, we are not surprised. We love her. She is an icon, a legend, been around since the beginning. She is the OG. I feel like I'm at an award show. You are. This is the Holo Taco 2021 Awards, better than the Streamies. Okay, I'll stop that music. It's fun though. That's right, everybody. One Coat Black is the MVP. She's the OG. She has never been reformulated because she has always been the best. No need to reformulate her. So first released in July of 2019 at our original launch, it was always my mission in life, and you know, if you've been watching Simplystatslogical since 2014, or when did I start? Yes. That I absolutely hate, more than anything in this world, except COVID maybe, black nail polishes that are milky. Why, Mr. Drugstore, do you sell black nail polishes that take 4 coats to be opaque? It just does not make sense. If it's a special formula, like it's supposed to be a jelly or there's glitters in it or something, that's totally different. But when we're talking about a crème nail polish where the ultimate goal is just to make your nail black, just plain black, why does it take so many coats? I don't understand. And I've always been very frustrated with that. And I've made a few videos on what's the best black nail polish, like, 3 years ago before Holo Taco existed. And it's kind of been my mission to just make an actually good black nail polish that is opaque in 1 coat. Yeah, the Gucci black, exactly, like trash. Yeah. So, although I don't think it's wise from a marketing perspective to promise that things are opaque in 1 coat, because you can't control how people paint their nails, how thick or thin they apply. This one, we do promise it. So yeah, because it's just that fucking good. We worked really long and hard to get this formula perfect, and it's still the top seller 2 years later, which is amazing. And I think it really does encapsulate what Holo Taco is about, because Holo Tacos, the toppers and unicorn skins, always look best over the darkest color possible, which is black. So yeah. And you nailed it. Thank you, Emma. Hands down, probably the best black polish in the universe. Thank you, Jordan. She do be perfect. Thank you, Holo Combo. One Coat Black was your mystery polish? Lucky you got the top seller. We're giving away top sellers here. No, we picked like a random assortment of sellers. Wow, none of the glitters made it. Yeah, good point. I think that's because a few reasons. Glitters, like the holo glitters from the 2019 Holoday collection, those we found do not sell well outside of the holiday period. And then for this year, the Christmas glitters, they were only around for a month to be sold, so it kind of makes sense. It was harder for them to compete with polishes that had been around all year, so that kind of time difference will impact the results. No medals? Yeah, no medals. So yeah, tell me, what are your thoughts on like what do you think was missing from the top 10? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you wondering where you exist in this data? Did this data include the free 1 Coat Black? No, it did not. Yeah. So there's a different line item in our data Shopify system for like which polishes were given away for free when we do like the 1 Coat Black Friday or the free mystery polish. Those were not included in this calculation. This was just people who actually added 1 Coat Black or whatever polish to their cart as an individual in the year 2021 and checked out. Yeah. So we're just crazy for giving away our best-selling polish for free, basically. I mean, I think it's a really good introduction to Holo Taco. I love that we have given away 1 Coat Blacks because it's a good way to get people into knowing what's so good about our crèmes, I think. I think it's like the best black crème that you'll ever find. You will find nothing like this in the drugstore. Menchie was robbed. Thank you, Faith, for your super chat. Yeah, Menchie just, she doesn't sell well outside of the holidays because she's just so sparkly. Oh, wait, how did you get it for free? So for Black Friday, we did a free 1 Coat Black promotion. With every order over a certain amount, you got a free 1 Coat Black because it was Black Friday. And then for our mystery polish, which was the last 2 days of the 12 Days of Christmas event, December 11th and 12th, we gave away a free polish where employees at the warehouse just like picked a random polish, and 1 Coat Black was one of those possibilities. So that's what I mean by giving it away. Like in our promotion, it's not just randomly giving away polish. No chromes. Yeah, no multi-chromes, no glitters made it. And I think this says a lot, and it's helping us learn about what to do in the future and in terms of discontinuing polishes. I know this is a hard conversation, but we'll get to that next because we're going to talk about the worst selling polishes. But we'll just keep it at the best selling now, keep the energy positive. What's this?
You want a matcha cookie?
Oh my god, Ben.
It's still good.
Just too buttery. I can't do it. But thank you. Glitters are my fave. Wish there were more jewel tone crèmes, not a linear formula. Fan the linear ones don't glitter in a lot of lighting. I feel like there's definitely a split in opinions there, Quinn. Some people really like linear because it's just smoother and easier to apply if you're more of a new nail polish painter. And then some people like glitter because they really want bling. But then others like hate glitter because they don't like removing it or they just think it's too much. But yeah, I totally agree with you on wanting some more different shades. I really think the Christmas collection helped round out our shades of glitter offerings. Like we were missing a gold, a black, a green, a red, a plum color, a brown chocolate holo. So I'm happy with that, but they are all seasonal, in part because through this analysis, we have learned that holo glitters don't sell well outside of holiday season. That doesn't mean we're discontinuing every single holo glitter. Calm down. But as we continue to grow, it is something we have to consider. And I'm just going to check right now what the stock actually is because I did want to update you guys. Oh, it's gone. Yes, okay. So the holo glitters from the Christmas collection, Black Holo Wish and Everything is Pine. This must have sold out just yesterday. So yeah, we're gone. Plum Luck, Choco Holo, Everything is Pine, Black Holo Wish are gone. And we have Naughty List and Gold Play Button left from this year's Christmas collection. They're seasonal, so we'll do our best to bring back some of them. We have sales data to figure out which ones were the most popular, but it's also depending on, if we can get that particular glitter. But yeah, this is probably your last chance this year until next holiday for Gold Play Button and Naughty List. These numbers, the inventory is getting lower on them as well as we continue to move through holiday season. Just a heads up, but we do hope to bring them back. But, just letting you guys know. Wow, sold out so fast? Not really, because it's January now, right? So my intention was to have them around for the holiday season. And now we have 2 out of 6 left, and it's January. And we know from last year and the year before that people don't really buy Christmas shades, sparkly stuff in January. I guess people are sick of that. I don't know what it is. I'm never sick of it, but this is what the data says. So we do have to listen more to the data because we can't just be at the mercy of keeping everything in stock all the time. It's just not practical for the warehouse, for operations, for, we're working on making new stuff for the next collection. It's very annoying for the lab to have to restock a polish that's like almost out of stock when we're in the middle of making new stuff and we have to fill a bunch of bottles for our new launch. Okay, let's look at the summary slide. Who's just joining now? If you're just joining now, you missed an hour's worth of great data. You missed the logic, the background, the context of it all. But you're here for the summary slide of the top 10 nail polishes sold. We've only gone through the top 10. Soon we're gonna go through the bottom 10, but here is a summary. And you can just see relative to the other polishes in the top 10 list how much better some of them did compared to others. So One Coat Black did significantly better than everything else that was on the top 10 list. So it really does show you the disparity of favoritism. One Coat Black has dominated 2021. Look at it go. It cannot be stopped. I know you can barely see Not Milky Way, but the top of the line is right here. How is gold not top? I would be very surprised if a topper ever made it to the top, although that would be fitting. A topper on top. Yeah, and just a reminder that this excludes purchases of toppers or polishes made in a collection or a bundle. This is just individual shades. So when you go to the website and someone goes, oh, I really want black and white and flaky Holo Taco and I'm Overbrew, and they've individually picked those up in their cart, that's what this data is based on. It excludes people having bought it in a collection set because that was just confounding whether or not they made the active choice for that color or if that color just kind of came with that bundle or set. You know what I mean? We're really trying to get at what are people's favorite colors or polishes, not just color. What makes me proud though is looking at the top 10 is that a lot of these are like specialty polishes, right? So like flaky Holo Taco, not in the drugstore. Electrostatic, good luck finding one that's this opaque, right? And real hollow. Gold flake taco, it's not hollow, but it's still got this nice kind of vibe that you can put it over anything and it speaks to the Holo Taco story. Existential Crisis was my limited edition birthday polish, very specialty. Lavender syrup, beautiful, stunning, unlike standard drugstore stuff. Aurora unicorn skin, same thing. So we do have a good amount of polishes that I think make Holo Taco unique and kind of stand out in the more mainstream market. But then we also have some basics like black, not milky white. And I hope that the reason why it's there is just because it's just such a good product. Like that's not branding, I don't think. I think that people just really like One Coat Black and they come back for more, you know, or they tell their friends. And people are very satisfied with One Coat of Black polish. So my mission in life has been accomplished. You get your black, you get your white, you get your flaky Holo Taco, and then a couple specialty things. And yeah, there you go. You're fit for life. I'm surprised Duct Tape Gray is in the top 10. Yeah, me too, honestly. I was not expecting this. I was expecting like, I don't know, like magenta jelly or something pink or purple, like a linear hollow, but Duct Tape Gray. You guys are weird. It is a beautiful color under a unicorn skin though. So like these two pair perfectly. And now I'm gonna paint my nails. Ben, do you wanna come up here? I'm gonna paint my nails with the winners. And then we'll move on. But yeah, I wanna hear more of what you guys think. What was the 11th? Fuck, I can't remember. What was it? It was probably like another unicorn skin. Linear Holo Taco was also up there too. Or no, not linear, scattered, sorry. But they weren't far off. I did notice that as we went down, there was more like Aurora, Cosmic, Lunar, Unicorn Skin. You'll see I have a few other slides that just talk about the categories of nail polish. I know we have so much data to go over. We've already been here for an hour and a half. Oh my God. This, oh yeah, but I was gonna paint my nails with the best.
There's still a few more slides though. Just best performing stuff though.
Yeah, but not like in this way. So I just want to do this one. And I should probably pee before I paint my nails. Is that doop? My nails are naked. Actually, Ben, do you want to entertain them for 1 minute while I pee out the tea? I'll be back.
Menchie.
We have a guest lecturer.
Christine didn't want my matcha cookie. They were so good though. Justice for banana hacks, right? Why wasn't, like, if Duct Tape Gray is gonna be on that list, what about banana hacks? Last night we did look at it with including collection sets and bundles, and it does change it a bit, but not as much as you'd think. But yeah, interesting. Maria Smart, play any Donkey Kong lately? No, I haven't. I'd be very rusty. I don't know if I could get a kill screen anymore. It's very embarrassing for me. What was my favorite polish this year? Like, I think Banana Axe. I like the crèmes. I'm one of those people. Matcha is so good. I'm surprised by Matcha was... I think Matcha was up,
10.
but it was up there more than you would think too.
What? No, it was not.
I think so.
No, Bring Me the Teal was the next one, I think. For sure, from the tea crèmes. Well, because I showed them the data for the tea crèmes set back when that was first launched. So now we have a bit more data, but Bring Me the Teal was definitely like next in line. It was probably in the top 20.
What about a hummus beige? Was that in the top 10 or
no?
No.
Okay. Okay, I gotta pick my shades.
Can I just show them the next slide?
No, stop.
It's okay. It's not even screen share.
Okay, but don't.
Okay, relax.
Don't ruin it.
It's okay. I don't want to ruin your presentation.
Don't ruin my presentation. I worked so hard. I stayed up all night.
You really reacted.
I'm just picking my colors.
You're painting with the top 5, or?
Yeah.
So black, white, flaky, overbrew, electrostatic.
Yeah,
well,
so
not just.
Well, yeah, I know. So
do you ever do flaky on naked nails? Just flaky?
What's the next? You could, but my nails are yellow, so it would look weird. Oh, an existential crisis. Okay, so I'll do this.
Okay. Want me to do it? You can
Okay.
just take a break.
Got it. No, I'll do it. Look at Menchie. Guys, look at my cat. Hi. I said, look at my cat. Okay. Thanks, man. Oh, my eyes are itchy. Look at my cat. Look. Look at my cat. Exactly. All right, everybody. Okay. I have the top 5. Well, more than the top 5 because we're going to do a couple topper situations here. So for bases, I'll use these 5. Woo. Existential Crisis, Electrostatic, 1 coat black, not milky white, and I'm over brew. And then these 2 toppers were also next in line. Gold Flake Taco and Flaky Holo Taco. So let's do some quick painting. And you guys can chat. Or I'll chat. Maybe Ben can solicit some questions for me to answer. So let's do... Gotta pick in order. We'll do Existential Crisis on my thumb. That is just fitting, isn't it? Okay, let's do this. Just planning out my... All right, let's start with some not milky white. The new formula, or the updated formula. Which polish did you expect to see in the top 10 that wasn't there? I was definitely expecting, from a color scheme perspective, to see more reds and pinks and purples. Just because at the industry standard level, that's kind of what I know to be the most favorite polish colors in the market. So I'm kind of more surprised when you look at this. It's not really like telling you a pink and purple story. I mean, there's some. But I also see black, white, straight up holo or special effects, gold. Like, it isn't really the story I expected. This chart must look so different than when the drugstores run their data, say. Hey, drugstores, you want to tell me your data? No, they do not. They most definitely do not do this. All right, this is electrostatic. The winner for best linear holo. Look at that. That's one coat. Yeah, bitch. My nails are so skinny. I have to get the other side. Damn, I forgot how good this is. Sometimes I like don't use a polish for a while and I forget about it. What do you guys think should have come in the top 10? What do you love at Holo Taco that you're like pissed? You're like, my favorite should have won. Naughty List? Yeah, Naughty List was a favorite this year, I think, for the Christmas collection. But as I'm learning, people don't really want the glitters as much as I want glitter, you know, or at least not around for the whole time, for the whole year. This is I'm Over Brew from the Tea Crèmes collection. Oh, I love it. And sure, you can find this color in the drugstore, but I do believe that we have put a lot of work into our crèmes and making them just creamy and more opaque. I'll never call any crème except One Coat Black one coat, because that would just be like misleading. And also, it's not good. You can't make all nail polishes one coat without making them too thick. And that makes it hard for the average person to work with. As I learned my lesson with the original Not Milky White. So we're not going to be making one coat crèmes. My fave is What Do You Pink? Yeah, I love that pink. Full Charge was robbed. Full Charge is the lime green. Okay, now I'm going in with One Coat Black. Oh. Can't get better than that. I painted my mat. That's it. That's it. No second coat required. Only if I missed a spot. Stunning. She is a legend. She is a winner. She is not just the top, but she is more than the top. Yeah. So she's not only number one, she's like double number one. Kelly Marissa said Full Charge was a top 5 nail polish of 2021. Really? Kelly? What data are you using? No, I'm just kidding. It's obviously her own opinion. That's cool. Well, she's known for liking green, right? I think green nail polish is her thing, so that makes sense. Thank you, Kelly. Showing some love for a color that did not show up in Holo Taco top 10 nail polishes. And that's just one thing. Obviously, the data that I'm showing you guys today, it's definitely not reflective of my personal preference, your personal preference. Everyone has a different color palette that they like. Some people might see the top 10, like these top 10, and think like, nah, none of those are for me. Or I only wear nudes. Or I love blues and greens. Where are those? Or there's no peach, or, you know, anything like that. I saw a lot of you guys saying Coral Chaser. And I don't think that was close to in the top 20 either. Everyone is different, but the data speaks for the masses. Now I'm going to put on Existential Crisis, which was, what was it, number 7? Top number 7 seller, which is kind of surprising since it had a cap on it. Like, I mean, not this kind of cap, but a cap on how many sales it could have because it was a limited edition polish that was not restocked. But yeah, this was my birthday polish, and I'm very proud to see it on the list. Wow. I'm already thinking about my birthday polish for next year, and already making mood boards for that. That's how far in advance we're working. I will shut up though. I have given you way too much information already. Oh, Kelly loves the Electric Holo collection. It's one of her top 2021 collections. Thank you, Kelly. This is really good to know because you'll see how each collection set did in the next slides. And it's really all about personal preference. The teal and Existential Crisis. Yes, Katie. You see the teal jelly come through on the first coat as we layer it up. Truly a special, unique blend. You missed a spot? Yeah, I know. I do that when it's like on the side because I can't see and my nails are so curved right now. But don't worry, I'll hit it on the second coat. This Menchie hairs. Happy New Year's, everyone. Welcome on in. If you guys are just hopping in now, we went through the first half of the presentation where we went through the top 10 nail polishes Holo Taco sold in 2021, just in terms of how many sold this year. Some of you were shocked. Some of you were surprised. Some of you were, not surprised. But I think it's good to do this, and I love sharing this kind of data with you guys. I'm going to put a second coat on electrostatic, just because, I don't know, I just always do. It just evens it out, even though you don't really need it. No, I got a cat hair. Fuck. No, there's a Menchie hair. Do you think a creme chocolate brown would be popular? That's a good question, Sarah. You guys tell me. I've seen people asking for more browns after we did Choco Holo, which was a Christmas glitter. But I think that was a nice surprise just because of the formula itself, and because of the uniqueness. It's very rare to see a chocolate diamond kind of polish. But do you guys want a brown creme? Thank you for the super chat. Where'd it go? Utripert. I can't pronounce that. Uterpa813. What are Christine's top 3 favorite Holo Taco polishes? Probably, this is going to sound so biased because we just looked at the results, but One Coat Black, because it's just such a classic. Flaky Holo Taco. I've always maintained that. And then I want to say electrostatic too. That's just too predictable. If I were to pick a different color, I'd probably say magenta jelly. I love that color, and our linear holo formula is just perfect. I don't care if I'm biased, but it is perfect. Do not care. I'll look up in a sec and see who wants chocolate brown. Coffee brown for Ben. Yes, brown creme. I'm literally so hungover right now. That's nice, Andrea. Welcome to class. We are painting nails and doing stats. Oh, if only that was my experience in class. So there's 2 coats of I'm Over Brew, the number 4 best-selling polish at Holo Taco last year. I don't need a second coat on that one, on One Coat Black. Let's do a second coat on Existential Crisis, the number 7 best-selling polish. Man. I'm excited for my birthday next year already, only because of my polish. Not anything to do with my birthday. I don't give a shit about my birthday, but making a special polish for my birthday, however, that is fun. I'm trying not to miss this spot. There we go. Did we miss a spot? Yeah. Beautiful. Stunning. These are the winners. Look at this color palette. Not what I expected. But, we love the dark mood. We love a little mix. And now we're going to add a Holo Taco and a Gold Flake Taco. Can nail polish cure a headache or a hangover? I don't know. You guys tell me. How are you guys feeling? So, Flaky Holo Taco, classic OG winner. Number 3, best-selling last year. And Gold Flake Taco was number 6, best-selling. Not holo, but very sophisticated. Very classy. You guys are half classy, half crazy, I see. Just like me, right? Pajama pants on the bottom and glasses on top. That's how I live my life. Hungover brew. That's funny. Okay, so let's decide where to put these tacos. This one, gold flake taco, definitely with I'm over brew, and this one on one coat black. Duh. Could not have been more obvious. Okay, so gold flake taco over I'm over brew. Beautiful. That is the classy. Now let's do flaky holo taco over one coat black. So we have classy and then we have classic. Classic for holo taco. It's like going through phases of life. I guess nails are kind of like going through different styles, right? People can change up their nails. They go through like a sophisticated office style, but then they go through the badass style. Gold on the white too. Put Aurora over not milky white. Aurora doesn't look as good over white though. It looks better on dark colors. That's just, you know, there's like a math to it about which color unicorn skins look better over light versus dark. Aurora on electrostatic. Okay, that would look sick though. Okay, fine. Fine, you convinced me. This is Aurora Unicorn Skin, the top selling. I could put gold over not milky white, or just leave it. Maybe I should leave one nail, just not have anything. Okay, fine. We'll put Aurora Unicorn Skin over electrostatic. You know what's the best combo though? Oh my god. Sonic unicorn skin or solar unicorn skin. So either the blue or the reddish orange over electrostatic. It looks like fire and ice. It's stunning. Okay, this might have a similar effect though. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty. I'll have to get you guys some better pictures once we're done here, because we got a lot of data to go through. Wait, did I miss the worst sellers? Nope, you did not. We are just painting the best on our nails on one hand. We're gonna do best sellers on my good hand and worst sellers on my other hand later. But yeah, we went through the top 10 best sellers. I'm just gonna add a glossy taco. Glossy taco, which was the actual top seller at Holo Taco. Which makes sense, right? Because it's just an essential, but it's not really meaningful to include that in the data because it's not the same comparable. I'm gonna paint this one next just because the other ones need some time to dry. What do you guys want for my birthday next year? That's a funny question. What do you want for my birthday? For my birthday polish. I'm asking you, but like I already think I know what I want to do. But I am interested in hearing what you say. Yeah, it's Existential Crisis. You know, it kind of depends on my mood, what I want for my birthday, except I have to decide it like 8 months before, so it's hard to predict how I'm gonna feel. But if I'm picking now, you know, definitely in a certain kind of mood, something moody. Can we get a white holo though? A white holo is an interesting conversation because technically it doesn't. A true, like actually white, like this white but holo, is impossible. It's not possible. Trust me, I've asked all the questions, and that's why it doesn't exist. Because the second you add holo to this, it will either turn it gray, so then it's not really white anymore, or the white crème, or whatever base you put it in, will eat the holo. So you can never have something this white and also holo. Does that make sense? However, you can like get a little creative and make more of a ivory or a super light dove gray, and there's some other things you can do to capture the spirit of a white-ish nail polish that has holo. And may or may not be working on that. Okay, this is a 2021 year in review, not a Christine tells you everything we're doing in 2022 stream. Yes? Interesting. Yes, how interesting. Almost done with my glossy tacos. Yeah. Last one. All right. Now I'll show you guys the top sellers. Hold on, I gotta organize it. Imagine giving a presentation where you have to paint your nails. I love this job. Painting my nails for my class presentation. All right, everyone.
What do you think? What do you think?
It's the top sellers of 2021 at Holo Taco. Not Milky White, Electrostatic with Aurora Unicorn Skin, I'm Over Brew with Gold Flake Taco, One Coat Black with Flaky Holo Taco, and Existential Crisis. Get you in a little closer. Classic. It's interesting that this palette is very dark. Well, I know we have white, but it's a dark, it's a mood, it's special effects, it's everything that I am glad Holo Taco is turning out to be. Crying over that Aurora Electrostatic combo? Please don't cry. Actually, hold on. I'll make you cry. Hold on. Now you crying? I love when you shine a flashlight over Electrostatic or any linear holo, but you see how the unicorn skins show more in indirect light, like in the shade? But then you shine a flashlight over it and you're like, what am I looking at? That is the most crazy concoction. And then obviously Flaky Holo Taco is like, you know, classic OG. Can't get more rainbow than that. Thank you, Angela, for your super chat. All right, okay, we're gonna finish up here. I do have a few more slides to show you guys on some bestseller stuff. We have some more. While my nails dry. Oh my god. Hold on, let me close the bottle of acetone. And, let me just move my nail polishes so I can use my keyboard. Okay. A couple more slides on bestsellers. What were the best-selling toppers in English of 2021? So we know that Flaky Holo Taco, Gold Flake, and Aurora were the best sellers in the top 10, but how did they compare to the other types of toppings? It's like when you go to Subway and you wonder, I wonder what the best-selling topping is. Is it tomatoes? Is it green peppers? Black olives. I love black olives. So yeah, that was my research question. Of all the toppings, which one sells the best? And now you're gonna tell me why. So flaky Holo Taco beat everyone out. That makes sense to me. Gold Flake Taco is surprising. It's shocking, especially since it was only released in 2019. Or sorry, September 2021, not 2019. It's not even hollow and it's a number 2. Oh, guys. Yeah, then after Aurora, we had Linear Holo Taco, a classic, make any manicure hollow. Then Galactic Unicorn Skin, Solar Unicorn Skin, Scattered Holo Taco, Lunar Unicorn Skin, Cosmic Unicorn Skin, Sonic Unicorn Skin, which is the blue one, and then Everything Taco. But there's a big asterisk here because it's only because sales were capped. We sold out. So it's only low because that's how many were available individually. Remember, these numbers don't include polishes sold in collection sets or bundles. So if you bought the remix collection, those Everything Tacos are not counted here. Just like if you bought the Unicorn Dream collection, those sales of Sonic Unicorn Skin are not counted. So it's just people who purchase them individually. So this is very misleading and doesn't really mean anything, but I included it anyways. Just to show you that relative to the other toppers, clearly there is a need for more Everything Taco because we got capped off here. And yeah, we are bringing it back in 2022 thanks to your votes from 12 Days of Christmas. So Everything Taco will be back this year. I don't have a date yet, so I can't promise anything about when, but it is coming back this year. If we had unlimited amounts at the time of launch, I'm assuming it would be like up here for sure. So yeah, it's disappointing for me and you that we did not have enough. I love that Christine is applying her stats background to nail polish. Thank you, Frosted Cherries. This is my life now. So you guys surprised at these results for tacos? Gold Flaky wasn't included in the tea bundle if you bought it after the box set, so you had to buy it individually. That is a great point, Julia, and is probably part of the explanation why Gold Flake Taco is higher here. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that. It wasn't in the bundle, so you had to buy it individually. But that still means people sought out to get it on its own, which does say something. So yes, while it's hard to completely rule out that as a factor, it's definitely something to consider, yes. Love Everything Taco. It's one of my go-to toppers lately. Yeah, we're gonna make some more. The team is already working on making sure we can source enough for that launch. Do other brands do this? Do what? An award show for their best and worst sellers of the prior year? I don't know. I haven't seen one, but you tell me. I'd be super interested in listening to what other brands' results are. What colors are selling the best? What's selling the least? I think I would learn a lot. Surprise Galactic is so high and Lunar not higher. Yeah, good point. I think Lunar is just like such a stunning universal topper. Lunar is also one that looks really good over light colors. Like it looks beautiful over white. It looks like icing. Galactic is green. Yeah, why? Green is a weird thing to expect more in the forefront there, but you know, maybe people like that it shifts to purple. Essie could never. Essie, show me your data. Oh, Holo Combo does not work for Holo Taco, by the way. Holo Combo is just an individual who's a member of the Simply community, who's a mod here. It is not a Holo Taco account. Holo Combo is their Instagram. Not Holo Taco. I know, there's a lot of Holo. It's easy to get lost. Can we know what month the next collection launch will be? I can't tell you everything for 2022. This is a 2021 presentation. Okay. I'll just tell you that I am working on swatches. I'm still not done. I still have to... Instead of swatching for the next collection, I was making this presentation. Okay, next slide, please. Of all the crèmes that we sell, here, let's do a pop quiz and see if you guys are right. As a reminder, here's all of our crèmes. The next slide is about the best to least selling to worst selling crèmes. Here's a reminder of kind of what we sell. Some of them are in bundles, so there. So yeah, the next slide we're going to show you which crèmes sold the best to which crèmes sold the least in 2021. What do you guys think is on the bottom? This is more of a color analysis because we're really taking away special formulas here and we're just honing in on like what colors are people buying. Just like simple straight up crèmes. Let's see it. I want to see the color story of best to worst. Can we see the y-axis or are they confidential? Haha, good question. Yeah, so what you mean, like the number? Yeah, I don't think it makes sense for me to disclose how many bottles. I know that people are just curious about that, but I don't think that's even the most important data to share. What's important is like the more interesting high-level findings, like which colors sell better, which are worse, and that is really what helps us make decisions based on your purchasing history for what colors we're going to do more of, what we might discontinue, and the number doesn't really matter because it's all relative. So I also wouldn't want like Essie to know how many bottles we've sold, you know, so then they might be scared. All right, predictions. One Coat Black was the best one. Yes, we know this already. Green Screen. What Do You Pink and Scientific? You'll think that'll be on the top. The yellow one at the bottom. Yeah, this is definitely just color theory. So we're gonna see. All right, Holo Taco. Crème sold by quantity of individual purchases. So when people go to the store and they add the crèmes individually to their cart, what do they buy? They mostly buy I'm Over Brew. Oh, actually, sorry. I excluded One Coat Black and Not Milky White from this chart just because they were so much higher that it made it much harder to see the differences between the smaller, the shorter bars here. So yeah, this excludes One Coat Black and Not Milky White because that would like just make the graph harder to look at. We already know that they're the top. So just of the colors, this is how the distribution looks. One more really important thing I need to point out though is that the Life's a Beach crèmes, so Seafoam Home, The Floor is Guava, and 1 Mil and Followers, appear to be low sellers here, but they actually had one of the largest or most amounts of bundles sold. So if you counted the bundles, it would push those ones up. But it's very hard to, like, I could have presented the data both ways, but if I introduce including it in a bundle, it really gets biased by the fact that people are just purchasing like the newest thing and not necessarily based on the color selection and actually opting for, oh, I really like that particular color, right? Because if you buy a bundle of 4 polishes, I don't know which individual color it is that convinced you. And you can say you like all of them, but that's, you know, I don't know that all 4 of those colors were your favorite. So that kind of explains why those are lower-ish. So all things to consider. So what do you guys think? The bottom 5 are my most worn crèmes of the year. The bright colors at the bottom, so confusing. Yeah, so I think like The Floor is Guava and 1 Mil and Followers would probably be more over here if you included the bundle fact, but all the numbers would kind of change. The bottom colors seem to be more accessible within stores. Maybe that's why specifically people don't seek those colors out. That's a good question, and I think maybe what's going on here Although I will say that most creme colors are available somewhere, whether in Walmart or your drugstore or whatever. I don't have a chart showing bundles best to worst. Maybe Ben could pick that up, but I wouldn't do it on this stream. Maybe we can bring that in next time. I do have collection sets on the next slide, so that could be a proxy for that question. But just looking at this chart, given the, the data caveats, I don't know if it's my bias or whatever, but like the first third of this is like my color scheme. Like I like dark, I like a weird gray, I like these kind of neon-y colors, and I really like this dark purple. Indigo Way is very dark. And personally, I am less likely to put these springy, more neutral crèmes on my nails unless I'm doing nail art or I need an accent nail or whatever. But if you're just asking me to pick like one color, just like what color do you like, Christine? It's more on this side. So I don't know if this is just telling me that the Holo Taco customer base is more like me in their decisions of which colors they like too as crèmes. But I just find that interesting that this chart is definitely so different than what a drugstore would produce. You would expect, maybe I'm overbrew would be the exception, that would be kind of similar. But high tea hibiscus, the floor is guava, what do you pink, see y'all later chai, the one neutral we have. Those I expect to be at the high end of a drugstore, right? Because that's what's always kind of industry standard. Christine, are all your extra purchases included in this data? Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, I am influencing data in more ways than one. Yeah. Y'all are sleeping on green screen. Yes, Janelle. Notice to the people, you are all sleeping on green screen. It is the most beautiful, luscious, most opaque green. And, maybe not everyone's making green screen nails, putting digital media on their nails, but still, it's a good green. Why are all these colors making me hungry? I don't know. Frosted cherries. Is it lunchtime? You guys can take a snack. Don't forget to grab your tea, have a snack. This class session is long. Christine skews the data herself. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in the limitations. That my purchases also impact purchasing decisions. No, it's pretty insignificant, the impact that would have on these results. An influencer's surprised she influences. Yeah, good point. But honestly, like, we put out all these colors to give people options, variety, because it's not just about what colors I like. I tell people what colors I like. I don't know, I'm just honest. I like these weird colors. But you can, make your own decisions about what colors you like. And I just think it's interesting that I would argue the most boring colors are at the bottom. Boring is subjective, I know, but... Okay, next up we have the collection sets. So does chat want to take a guess at what was the best-selling collection set of 2021? And before I move to the next slide, I have to explain a caveat on this one, because this one's way more important. Collection sets, as you know, are limited to the number of boxes that we stock. So once we get one giant order of boxes, we don't get another. Whereas the polishes, generally speaking, with the exception of like Remix, we will continue to restock them. So we can always make more when the initial collection box set sells out. So the best way to measure collection box sales data is not really just by comparing the overall number of sets sold, because it's always going to be a ceiling that we were limited by based on the number of boxes we had. So instead of just doing it that way, I did it by the number of collection box sets sold in the first half an hour. Because in 2021, we didn't sell out of any collection box sets in the first half hour. So you actually can fairly compare the velocity of sales for each collection set without there being a ceiling cap during that time frame. Does that make sense? Do we understand? So it's sales of collection sets in the first half hour because no collection set had sold out in that first half hour. So it's a fair comparison. Because putting a cap on it once we get to the end of sets isn't a fair comparison, okay? Makes sense to me? Can I get a makes sense to me in the chat? Do we understand or do we need to do more homework? You gotta control for as many extraneous variables as possible. Gotta be T. We love sense. Make sense, teach. All right, awesome. Class understands. Okay. Okay, so what do we think it is? T? Someone said T. I love how you guys just know what the options are. I don't even need to remind you what collection sets were launched in 2021. You just know. So it's not bundles. It's just the collection sets, like the boxes. So in order, last year, 2021, we had Unicorn Dream, which is like the cotton candy clouds. We had the Pastel Rainbow, the linear hollows. We had the electric hollows. We had Remix, the purple collection. We had, oh my God. We had the tea crèmes, and then the Christmas collection, the Christmas glitters. Okay? Did I miss one? I'm fired if I missed one. Okay, you guys think Remix, Pastel Hollow, Electric Hollow? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Ready? And the best-selling collection set was... Doo-doo! That's not the soundtrack I wanted. Oops. Okay, hold on a second. I don't have a sound crew, guys. I'm doing this myself. Okay, here's the results. Sales by collection box set in the first 30 minutes. And the reason why it's the first 30 minutes, just in case you're just hopping on, is because that way we control for the fact that there was a ceiling on them because we always have a limited number of collection set boxes. So during the first 30 minutes on all launches, they were still available. So there was no cap. So Holo Taco Remix Collection beat out the rest, almost doubled Electric Hollows. Who's surprised? Who's not surprised? Who knows this makes sense because they bought these ones. They're all so pretty. Thank you. This presentation is 10 out of 10. You should be a nail polish professor. If that was a job, I would apply. Do you think the remix is more because the polishes were limited? I would not be shocked if that had a big thing to do with people's purchasing decisions. The remix collection was our annual limited edition anniversary collection. It also, though, not just because it was limited edition, it had the most hype. We had a countdown. We changed the website. We made the whole website purple. And we had a lot of fun with that one in terms of just, you know, getting excited for it. It had something different to it. It was a different box. It had a bonus track, like that whole concept of mixing up your own bonus track. It had a story to it that the others didn't have the same like level of story. They'll have a different story, but I think there's a few reasons why it spoke to people. I also think it was a lot of purple things. People tend to seem to like purple. And then there's also the fact that if you kind of missed out on purchasing Holo Taco or, you know, some of the collections in the last 2 years, the Remix collection was really a testament to blending our favorites, right? So it was a blend of 6 different unicorn skins and toppers, or a blend of all 7 linear hollows. And that was the concept. So I think it was a good way for people to get some Holo Taco if they didn't have them all already. So that's my interpretation for why Remix outperformed the others. You did a great job building the hype for that Remix collection. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, doing that kind of hype, though, is kind of not something I would do for every collection. I think I want to reserve that I mean, we're not changing the whole website for every collection. It was very stressful, truly. But yeah, then the Christmas collection, which I am surprised that of this whole year, the Christmas collection box set did the best after Remix. So people want glitters, but only at a certain time of year. It's also the holidays, maybe more people are purchasing presents, but yeah, maybe the color story spoke to you guys more because we were kind of missing these shades, these rich shades. And then the pastel rainbow collection, which I'm not surprised that's on the high end. Then the tea crèmes collection and the unicorn dream, which I have to think that those aren't at the top because they also include crèmes, which maybe less people are less excited about getting immediately. They may pick them up later, but they're not like, oh, I must have this box. Maybe it could be that. But I will just note that the difference between these four is minimal. So they were all pretty close in terms of how many they sold in the first 30 minutes. The Electric Holos one was unfortunately our lower seller. So thank you, Kelly Marissa, for saying it was your favorite Holo Taco collection in 2021. I think this probably just has to do with more of proximity to other releases. Maybe the concept wasn't as like insane as, you know, Christmas or Remix. It wasn't a rainbow. There's probably a few reasons. I also think this was released after Pastel Rainbow Linears, so there were more linears. So maybe people didn't see the need to get linears shortly after. That actually wasn't our original release plan. We were supposed to have crèmes in between those, but things had to move around. Thanks to good old supply chain. I collect all the boxes anyway. Thank you, Mark. Yes, everyone who collects all the boxes is like, this chart means nothing. But just remember that even though the collection box set didn't sell as many as the others in the first 30 minutes, Electrostatic was from this collection, right? And it's in the top 10 of bestsellers. So as an individual, there was definitely some winners. I also know that Circuit Breaker, which is the classic silver linear holo, was somewhere in the top 20. So it's a favorite too. And then we had to have like a hot pink, a turquoisey aqua. So it's not that the polishes, I think, are seen as less favored. I think it's very clear to me that the linear holo formula is loved by new customers, existing customers, people who know nail polish and like are invested in that world, and then newer people who like all they know is drugstore crèmes. Thank you, Just Risk It. Electric Holos was my absolute favorite. Yeah, there's some good classics in there, so I think all I learned from this is just that the proximity of formula types matters. So if we're gonna do a linear holo collection, I do want to be more strategic about what type of formula comes after that and maybe like spacing things out. However, that wasn't the original plan for 2021, but things got moved around, unfortunately, due to supply chain. So some things just aren't in your control. Hydropower is, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hydropower is one of my absolute faves. Yes, Melon Nail Art. Such a beautiful, beautiful turquoise. Electric Holos was your first collection. Thank you, Cyrex. Everyone join. It's always interesting to hear like when people join in. All right, are we ready to move on to the saddest part of it all? I feel like we've learned a lot about the bestsellers. I'm walking away from this with a lot of data on what kind of formulas you guys like, that you guys like classic shades, but also something fun to put on top of those classic shades. I'm learning about the vibes that you guys want. And now, after the best sellers, we're gonna move on to the bottom 10 sellers. Holo Taco's bottom 10 sellers of 2021. It's come to this. Sadly, we must review their future and their place in this world. This is going to be so sad. Justice for the polishes that did not make it. But we will review and we will give them our honor with our presence. Okay, enough sad music. All right. Predictions. What do you guys think? What's in the bottom 10? And let's say bottom 10, not like worst 10, you know. Bottom 10 sellers of 2021 excludes polishes that would have been sold in a collection set or in a bundle, but just individually. What were people least likely to click and say, oh, I really don't want this? That, not adding that to my cart. Zyler. We'll see if Zyler makes it or doesn't make it, shall I say. Glitters, sadly. Frosted Metals, Multichromes, Banana Hacks, Frozen Bananas. Oh, Ben will be offended. The OG Holo Glitters, RIP Zyler. Okay, let's start with number 10. The number 10 bottom seller of 2021 was Blue Freezy. Why? I love Blue Holo. Why, chat? Why? No! Justice for Blue Freezy! I am shocked. I am as depressed as this color blue. It is truly... I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get mad now at the customers. No, I'm just kidding. Our linear holo formula is like this. How dare you insult one that is blue? So I will say that yes, these results exclude people purchasing any bundles that included Blue Freezy. And here, I'll just show you what I mean by bundle, just in case you're like, what the hell are you talking about? So, oh, where is it? Am I blind? It's not there. It's probably because one of them is sold out. Okay, well, normally, there must be one of the rainbow polishes that are sold out. That's why the bundle's not there right now. So we sell the OG Rainbow Bundle, which includes the 7 original rainbow polishes from this collection. So if you purchase Blue Freezy in that bundle, that's not counting towards this, because our argument for data purposes is that you didn't really like choose, oh, I really want that blue. This is just of those for individual purchases. Yeah, this is my favorite blue holo. What? I know, silly munchkins for life. It is an amazing formula, but I need more neutral colored linear holos. Good point. I hear you. You know, I can't promise that I'm gonna do a year full of neutrals. I can't do it. I'm considering this. I just feel like we have so many more things to do at Holo Taco before we just start making a bunch of neutrals. Royal blue doesn't look good on you? Impossible. I literally do not believe you. Who does royal blue not look good on? Please don't discontinue it. Okay, Before I go any further and freak everyone out, this isn't a list of polishes we are definitely discontinuing. I did review the data with the team, and there's many decisions that go into discontinuing, not just is it a worse seller, such as if the polish is in a bundle that sells really well, if we were to discontinue Blue Freezy, for example, then we wouldn't be able to sell that bundle. So it is not my intention at this current day to discontinue Blue Freezy because we know that the original rainbow bundle sells so well on its own. People just want a rainbow of linear holos, so it sells well in that case. But as an individual, it's not, you know, just doesn't get the bag. Is that the right expression? Doesn't carry the bag. What am I trying to say? Never discontinue it. Okay. We'll talk about discontinuations after we go through this list. But it's not just this metric that matters in terms of what to discontinue. Thank you for not discontinuing. Okay. You're dying for a dark rainbow collection? Me too. I thought there'd be a bunch of yellows in the bottom. Oh, this is just number 10, okay? Let's continue to the number 9th least seller of Holo Taco. When purchased individually, what are people not picking? The floor is guava. The floor is not lava. Or guava, apparently. Yes, sadly, shout out to the floor is guava. My guess, as I explained from the previous crèmes chart, is twofold. I think that A, it's a crème polish, and it's not really what people go to Holo Taco for. Like, you can find this color probably in the drugstore. Maybe I'm like not helping myself here. Like, this is not how you sell nail polish, but I don't care. It's true. Like, this is a very common color, like this kind of coral color in the drugstore. So I don't think people are rushing to Holo Taco to buy this one, where there's so many other polishes and types that are, you know, more favored. And this one is more popular seasonally, I think, too. There's also the fact that it was included in the Life's a Beach bundle, which sold really well as a bundle, but individually less people were picking up the Flores Guava. She made it just in time for summer? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this was released June 2021. At least it's not Zyler, yes. Wow, I don't like pinks, but I thought this was a pretty color. And we're not saying this is an ugly color, or that's not what I'm saying. I think this is a nice color. I think this looks wonderful under Cosmic Unicorn Skin. Yeah, try that. Or put a linear Holo Taco on this and make it like a beautiful coral, but like dark, richer coral as opposed to Coral Chaser, which is a lighter pastel. You can make it hollow. I like how my answer is like, just make it hollow. But no, everyone has a different preference. I know plenty of people who this totally speaks to their color palette and they would wear it plain, glossy, or matte. And yeah, it is kind of seasonal. I prefer your creme formulas. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, for the average person who hasn't paid attention or cares about the quality of crèmes, if you're just thinking about color, you're familiar with this. It's not like this is that unique just by looking at it. Yes, I appreciate it though that people do like our crème formula, which we've worked very hard on to make a superior crème, so thank you. Katie, it's so interesting how this was in the top selling crèmes, but in the least seller when compared to everything else. Wasn't in the top selling crèmes. I'm over brew. Oh, sorry, what do you mean? This? No, it was in the least selling. Maybe you were thinking of I'm over brew. Not in my drugstore. This color is really beautiful. You don't have something like this in your drugstore, really? Okay, let's move on to the next one. The number 8 bottom seller. Cheap champagne. Why? Menchie, why? Oh, fuck, the camera's not on Menchie. Menchie! She's yawning. She's mad. This, I have to say, is I'm disappointed. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is not okay. I do not accept this data point. I am shook. I am mad. I am sad. I am deleting all the data. This really hurts me. Yeah, you know why? Because rose gold is one of the most popular colors, shades for like everyone since Michael Kors came out with rose gold watches in 2002. So why is this on the bottom list? I don't know. Yeah, we're all gonna riot at midnight. I love cheap champagne. I wore it as my New Year's mani before I even ran this data. Why, guys? Explain yourself now. I hate rose gold. Excuse me? How do we block you? People prefer Play Rosé. Well, it's a totally different formula. Play Rosé is the rose gold hollow glitter that's like chunkier, and this is more refined, sleek. So yeah, I am pissed, but you know, the data doesn't lie. I'm definitely surprised. Because hollow is superior. Yeah, and there's also the fact that, oh, you know what's interesting though? I think I've mentioned this before, that cheap champagne is one polish that Google ads and Facebook ads wouldn't accept for us to run and put on the virtual store or whatever, because it sounds, well, it literally is called, named after alcohol. So I wonder if that has to do with it, with the fact that like ads could not be run because cheap champagne is an alcoholic beverage. So Google and Facebook ads marketing said no. I don't think that's why. I don't think like our ads was really what's driving our sales, honestly. It really is just people coming to the Holo Taco store through me, through this live stream, through our Instagram. But, you know, I'm just trying to find a reason. I'm trying to explain a reason, even though that's definitely not it. Maybe because it's a foil formula. Yeah, good point, Abby Lee. I will say that overall, our frosted metals probably perform the worst, which is so sad. I'm just shocked that this one is in here. Like, what? Cheap champagne is such the beautiful color. I'm sorry, but the customer is just wrong sometimes, right? Maybe if you called it rich champagne, yeah, maybe I should just rename it. No, I'm just kidding. I like this reason. It's all Google. Yeah, exactly. It's all Google's fault, okay? We blame Google. All right, let's move on to the next one. The number 7th bottom seller of Holo Taco is a crème. 1 million followers. We are not surprised because this was on the list for the lowest selling crèmes. And again, I think the reason is similar to the Flores Guava. You have people who could find something similar to this in the drugstore. It's just a crème. So just from looking at a picture, it doesn't look like, oh my God, I need this from Holo Taco specifically. And then I also know that the results are a bit biased by the fact that this doesn't include the bundle sales. And the Lights of Beach bundle did sell very well as a bundle. But in terms of people going and making their own purchasing decisions for, I really want this individual color, 1 million followers was not that popular, which is ironic because, you know, I guess this polish does not have 1 million followers. It should delete its account. Sitting at number 7. Not a color I care about. It's not the most flattering for me. This one's my favorite crème. I'm wearing that now. See? Chat has different viewpoints. This one definitely, yeah, will be impacted by, unlike Blue Freezy, which I don't believe that looks bad on anyone. But I can definitely see how 1 million followers, maybe some people feel like it doesn't complement their skin tone as well. Maybe they don't like that color. And I totally get what you mean. Whenever you have colors that are closer to the color of human skin, that can definitely be more of a consideration. But blue, I don't know anyone who's blue, do you? You're done. What you guys want us to, you want to discontinue this? We're not even asking or suggesting that yet. I do think this is a seasonal shade too, though. It's definitely more summer. It got ratioed. Yeah, it definitely got ratioed. One coat black beat its ass. All right, let's move on to number 6. The next polish in line that sold the least was Chameleon Coat. So yeah, a multi-chrome, which hasn't been on any lists yet. Did you guys forget we sell multi-chromes? So Chameleon Coat was the green polish of our multi-chromes. Here, maybe I'll pull it up just to remind us. So yeah, we have a purple to blue, a kind of greeny turquoise to purple, a pink to gold, a blue to indigo, and then the green to kind of a gunmetal color. So this is in the bottom. Poor Chameleon Coat. Yeah. I'm not surprised about this one. It's your least favorite multi-chrome. I mean, because it's green. Unfortunately, green overall seems to be like a poor performer. And also when you think about wanting colors to shift into cool colors, I can see how some of the other ones that have purple in them or blue or pink are more of the fan favorites. So this kind of makes sense to me. I will say though that this color is like great for a very specific type of mood. It kind of has this muted army vibe to it, just in terms of the color, like where it changes to this kind of goldish, like an antique gold green, and then it shifts to a brighter green. So it's very unique though. Like, it's not that this polish isn't unique. It's just that I think the shades of green are less favored in general. Right? Does that like sound like a fair conclusion? Dying right now. Why are you dying? Please don't die. We just started the new year. Yeah, it's khaki. It's sort of camo. Yeah. Like it suits a certain mood, but I can see why it's not in the top for sure. Dinosaur cosplay. Yeah, if you ever do dinosaur cosplay, it's perfect for that. That's why it's not in the top 10, I guess. Sounds fair. It's gorge. We need a lime creme polish. But would you buy it? Because this is the thing that the issue I have noticed is that if I say something's, even mention something isn't selling well or that it's going to be discontinued or whatever, people freak out and say, I would die for that. I really need that. Like, you must do this just because I've said that. But the data proves otherwise. So sometimes it's very frustrating for me when I see positive feedback in like comments for something, and then we release something that's basically that, and then like people don't actually purchase it. So you really have to weigh that when you make business decisions, because you never actually know how people are going to purchase until you have it for sale. So we only have the past data to rely on. Big poison ivy vibes, yes. I need more green. You say this, but will you buy them? This one is more popular seasonally too, I think. Should have marketed this over Christmas, but I was busy with glitters. But yeah, this is a wonderful fall shade. Little Christmas. Hummus collection, but make it jelly with bits inside. Get out of my chat. Slytherin vibes, yeah. I love it. Please let it live. Like, you say this and you want to save everything, but I don't know, man. The numbers aren't showing it, so it's hard. This is not in the current plan to discontinue at this moment. However, maybe eventually. Of all the multi-chromes, it would be this one that we discontinue. Okay, let's move on to number 5. We're getting up there. I mean, down there. R.I.P. to gift receipt. I guess you guys want a gift receipt for this one because you didn't buy enough of it. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I guess you guys want a gift receipt for this one because you didn't love it so much. No! Alright, we got another frosted metal. Yeah, it's... You guys are surprised? You're like me! Wait, what? It's one of my faves. I need it. Oh my god, I'm wearing that now. I'm shocked. Yo, I have the same mood as you. I'm also like, excuse me? Excuse me, data? What the hell is this? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in humanity, honestly. I'm just gonna go back to playing Death and Taxes now. People are definitely sleeping on the frosted metals. You know what? I absolutely agree with you. The frosted metal formula is so wonderful, and unlike what you see in the drugstore, I guess the problem is just convincing people of that, because I feel like you really have to try it to understand it. But yeah, gift receipt was a classic silver foil polish that I felt like was an obvious staple. Who doesn't need a silver foil polish in their collection, right? Like, duh. It's just silver. It's classic. You can use it for New Year's. Accent nail. This is like perfect accent nail. Who doesn't like silver? What? Looks like aluminum. Yeah, it's beautiful. The photos don't do it justice. I absolutely agree with you. Nitro gnome. Yeah. It looks way more impressive in video or in person because you'll really see like how shiny it is from far away. Not everyone has taste, I guess. Yes, I know. I agree with you on that, Carla. It's basically a mirror. It's so good. Thank you, Kathleen. It's not really a mirror. It's not like mirror chrome, but it's more of a... It's more of a shattered mirror, maybe? Is it because they're comprised of flakes? I wonder. I'm just so confused. Yeah, I think it's the shiny factor. I think there's some people who are allergic to shiny nails or think that they're allergic to shiny nails. Like they see something like overly sparkly and shiny and they're like, no, not for me. I'm boring. I'm just kidding. But I gotta think it's that. Yeah. I use this with rainbow snow as an accent. That's a great idea. Put this underneath to get the reflectiveness up and then put rainbow snow on top to make it hollow. See, you know what to do. You guys are smart. I don't know what the fuck these people are doing. They're missing out. Would love a lavender frosted metal. I've also seen people ask for a red frosted metal. But here's the thing. The data does not support the fact that people really like the frosted metal formula at all. Like even when we released Frozen Bananas, which was Ben's polish for my birthday, it took a lot longer to sell out than my birthday polish. And well, maybe that's just because my birthday polish, you know, there's more hype for that generally speaking, but it didn't go as quickly. We need more frosted metals. I don't know though. Like the data suggests that I should not make another collection of frosted metals. And although some of you seem very enthusiastic in this chat, if the numbers don't support it and then we ultimately like aren't making what most people want, then it's like it's doing a disservice when maybe we could have spent more time on a new type of formula or something that more people are looking for. So yeah, I'm also disappointed. What the fuck, man? All right, let's move on. We're getting up there. I mean, down. I just said that. Oh my god. Teacher's making the same jokes. Okay. The number 4 best worst seller. Orange drink. I'm not surprised at this one. You know, it's orange. Orange seems to not be a popular color with nails. Who even likes orange juice, right? Maybe this was my fault because I didn't name it something more appealing. I think most of us aren't that surprised at this result, right? It's seasonal. Yeah. Yeah, we marketed this a little bit more for Halloween. We did like a Halloween bundle where you could get this, and I saw people using it in nail art. I'm purchasing the Frosted Meadows collection scrunchies and slippers right now. Thank you, Angel Simmer. Yeah, we have scrunchies and slippers that are new. They launched on Boxing Day, by the way. Didn't include them in this data because it's not nail polish, but it belongs in the OG Rainbow collection. Yes, good point, Silly Munchkins for life. Love saying your name. So as an individual, people are not buying Orange Drink, but they are buying it when they buy the Rainbow Bundle set, just like Blue Freezy. So I would really push towards not discontinuing Orange Drink, because if we discontinue it, we don't have the real 7 colors of the rainbow in this amazing, colorful, bright, opaque, linear holo formula. So, like, that's my thinking. I'm like, I'm not discontinuing this. Excuse me, Data? I don't think so. But I don't know. It's tough to say. Maybe the Rainbow Bundle sales will not be as strong moving forward as we continue to have like more different formulas and more offerings. So there's always a chance, but it's not in the plans right now. Simply's photos are always so immaculate. Thank you, Lainey. Yeah, these are just my pictures. Sorry if the slideshow was just showing it on my skin tone, but I just pulled my pictures from my folder when I was working on the computer. But as always, you can go to the Holo Taco website and see all these nail polishes on a bunch of different swatchers, not just me. I would have to riot if it was discontinued. Phoebe's nails. Do you really, Lil? Like, people say this, they have strong attitudes, but then, like, how often do you wear it, you know? Are we taking release date into consideration? That's a great question, Rachel, and something I called out at the outside of this stream. And so I've noted the release date at the bottom, just so you guys have that for context. Yes, this was released in 2020. So had it been released this year, in the early year of 2021, maybe it would have been a better performer because most people maybe bought it in 2020. That's absolutely going to bias some of the results. We're not doing like a moving cohort here. It just didn't make sense. It wasn't as easy to run the data like that. We got to keep with the simple descriptive statistics, okay? Yeah, just like basically what are people ordering when they go to the Holo Taco store? What are they picking up individually? What colors speak to them? And which colors are they not picking up individually? I think a burnt orange would be a decent seller, more flattering and wearable for more people. Yeah, that's a good point, Scapes, and something we've been thinking of. Different darkness, depths of polishes. Your nails are so short compared to now. Yes, they are. I remember I broke. This was before I broke my nails. This was one nail in early 2020. So I'd taken all the macros, but then I had a really bad break and I had to cut them all or file them all down. And I remember our project manager telling me like, Christine, we really need those swatches. We really need the swatches for this launch. And I was like, you're going to have to wait another week because I need to let my nails grow out a little bit more. So I had to delay getting the team my swatches for the website because I was trying to get my nails as long as possible after the break. So that's how I remember this period of my life. Why don't you ship to India? We do ship to some regions of India, but you'll have to check on the checkout. If we ship to like over 40 countries, which I have to call out and say congrats to us. Congrats to the team for doing a really good job this year. In June or July, we expanded shipping. We switched carriers and we were able to expand from like 20 countries to over 40, or no, wait, it's like more than that, right? I can't keep count, But we've definitely expanded, and anywhere we don't ship now is literally because of courier restrictions of shipping polish and based on your country's decision to allow it. That combined with the courier. So trust me, we ship to the majority of places that we possibly can. Definitely made that a priority. I see other nail polish companies like, I think it was Machine Gun Kelly. Only ships to the US, literally nowhere else, okay? Gotta do a little better than that. And you guys can, I'm not gonna answer specific countries, honestly, because the list is so long, it's hard to remember. But if you just go on the website and try and check out, it'll tell you which regions from which countries we ship to, because it's not just by country, it's by region. There's some regions in some countries that will accept it, nail polish, and some that won't. All right, moving on to number 3. Lemon spritzer. No. I am so sad. I said I am so sad. I am sour. I need a lemon spritzer drink. She was part of the rainbow. But nobody likes her. Why? Why, Chad? Why? Vibes. Yeah. Not surprised. What do you mean not surprised? Okay, fine. Not the pastel yellow, yeah. It was expected, you know, but we gotta take our time to grieve. I have 8 lemon trees. I love her. Oh my god, Mo Buckley. That's amazing. Shout out to your lemon trees. But I love lemon for spring. I know. It is a tough color, yes. And because it is closer in shade to human skin, like unlike blue, I can see why this color is a little more contentious in terms of who it looks good on. And although I feel like that is always a subjective thing to say, it makes sense that this one is in the bottom. Yellow was never really like the favorite color for nails, let's be honest. It does sell well in the pastel rainbow bundle, but when it comes to people's individual purchasing decisions, no one's picking up lemon spritzer. I will say that it looks better in real life than in pictures because pictures don't show you how the rainbow moves. And there's something about a linear hollow rainbow that just like looks better when the rainbow is moving. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So even though it looks like a weird color when you take a snapshot of it, it kind of travels. It's kind of like a soft gold, more than yellow, because it's pastel. When you take a yellow and make it pastel, it ends up looking like a soft, shiny, sparkly gold. More love for lemon, yeah. It's great to use in a gradient, like if you're doing a sunset gradient with yellow. Yellow is why frozen bananas didn't sell. Maybe David. Maybe I did that on purpose. I made Ben's polish yellow so it wouldn't sell. No, I'm just kidding. Frozen bananas did sell well, objectively speaking, compared to other polishes, but just like it wasn't in the top 10. I prefer sunrise gradient. Oh, does that exclude yellow? What color is a sunrise gradient? I don't know. I don't pay attention to these things. Isn't there yellow in a sunrise? Or did you mean you prefer sunset? I can see Christine loves a certain polish so much, but can't find a good one. She ends up making them, and then the sales suggested that she should discontinue them. I know. Why, guys? Why? Stop it. No, I honestly, like, I'm not that mad. I'm just being dramatic because, you know, I'm a YouTuber. That's what we do. I'm not surprised at the top sellers. I'm happy with the fact that, like, One Coat Black, Flaky Holo Taco, and a couple surprises like Duct Tape Gray were in there. I think that's great. It really reiterates, reifies, reconfirms what I think this brand is about, because the data says, yes, you're doing good. Keep doing crazy holo, but also some core crèmes and make things interesting with different combinations. So that's good feedback for me to hear. But it also does tell me a lot about, just in terms of colors, what people aren't liking as much. Yellow makes sense to me. Orange also makes sense to me. So, yeah. It looks green on my screen. Yeah, that's another thing I should have mentioned at the beginning. Looking at anything on a computer screen will totally change your experience in real life. And you should always keep that in mind when you're shopping for products of any kind, right? The picture is shown, although we do our best effort to color correct, and have different swatchers taking different photos, using different cameras and different lighting scenes, so you kind of get a more holistic idea of how a color will look. Ultimately, in real life, it might look different than how it looks on a computer screen. It's really hard to make someone see the same thing on a screen, especially when we all have different computers with different screens, and some of us have Apple screens, which are far more superior than whatever Windows screen I'm using here that is garbage. You can't see it because you're seeing the stream feed, but when I look at my monitor here, it's like trash compared to my Mac. Not sponsored by Apple. All right, shall we move on to number 2? Okay, you guys tell me, what do you think are in the bottom 2 sellers of 2021? What sold the worst? What else is left? What could possibly be worse? Zyler? The green frosted metal? Mint money, you mean? Probably a crème. Gold play button. Lemon sucker. Better not be Zyler. All right. The second worst selling polish of 2021 was lemon sucker. I guess it sucks then. Yeah, not surprised at this one for the same reason as lemon spritzer. It's just another lemon. I guess people don't like lemons. That's not what they're picking off the tree. But for the same reasoning as lemon spritzer, lemon sucker is included in the rainbow bundle, which does sell really well as a bundle. So it's great for rainbow nail art, and it's like such a saturated bright yellow linear holo. I think making a linear holo that is this bright and yellow and opaque is very difficult to do, and I'm very proud of the team at the lab who developed this. So I think it's beautiful in terms of formula and intensity of holo. It's just, it's not everyone's favorite color. And for the same reason as the other one, it maybe isn't, you don't like it on your skin tone, which makes sense because yellow kind of does that because it's closer to skin tone than like blue. But personal preference, I use lemon sucker all the time for nail art. Interesting, Brianna. I mean, I think that's great. And this formula was developed in part to be able to use in nail art because it's pretty opaque. Unfortunately, yellow is gross. Megan! I mean, we are learning that yellow is not a popular color here. Okay, now let's go to the number 1 worst seller. What's the number 1? What do we think, chat? The worst seller of 2021 here at Holo Taco. Sadly, I have to report. The one that was not meant to be. We love her, regardless. Cold shoulder. I guess we have no shoulder to cry on anymore because it's so cold. What do we think, chat? She's a beautiful frosted metal, a beautiful blue frosted metal, and people have overlooked her, disregarded her, left her out to freeze. Oops. We are not celebrating. I can't believe this. Can you believe this? What the hell, man? Yeah. Now, you may not be that surprised if you've heard me talk, you know, all this time that the Frosted Metals just haven't been the best sellers. But the good news is, guys, did you not notice that we saved Zyler? We saved Zyler, guys. Hold on. Better news. Zyler is saved. Zyler has been saved. Thank you so much, everyone who saved Zyler. He's not in the bottom 10. Zyler gang, Zyler gang, Zyler gang, Zyler gang. Okay, you want me to stop with the Christmas music? Show Zyler. Zyler. Zyler's been saved. We saved you. So if you recall, like a few months ago, I was joking when I said hashtag save Zyler. I meant the polish, if that was not clarified at the time. But yeah, Zyler was definitely in the bottom 10 at the time. But since telling you guys that, he is not in the bottom 10. So I'm very excited to share that Zyler has been successfully saved from the bottom 10. Yeah. A true king. Exactly. Look at all the Zylers in the chat. We love to see it. So if you guys are in the Menchie Gang or the Sock Squad, you have access to the custom Simply emotes. These ones were made by Pillar, which is one of our Discord mods. But yeah, Zyler the king, Zyler with hollow eyes. Love these little cat emojis. All right, so what do you guys think? Zyler was saved. Great color for fall. Pumpkin spice. Glitter, though. And then, you know, the unfortunate reality that Cold Shoulder was the absolute worst selling polish of 2021 at Holo Taco. Yeah. Sad to report that we had 3 Frosted Metals in the bottom 10 as individual sales. So yeah, this is just unfortunately telling me that people don't like Frosted Metals as much. Interesting that no glitters are at the bottom. Yeah. Well, the Christmas glitters, they didn't have enough of a chance to get to the bottom, but also on the inverse is also true, is that they didn't have as much of a chance to get to the top, if that makes sense. And I guess we had just enough for them to surpass the lowest selling 10. If they were included in this lowest selling 10, it would definitely be biased by the fact that there was a cap on those, because some of those did sell out. But I guess this kind of speaks to the fact that even if you consider that the Christmas glitters were only available in November, they still outperformed the lowest selling 10, even though there was periods of out of stock and they've only been available for a short time. So it kind of tells you how badly the other polishes are doing. Not badly, that's the wrong word. Like, you have to also consider this was released over a year ago, so there's just less people buying it now, or in the past year, right? As an individual. No one is picking up Cold Shoulder. Cold Shoulder got the cold shoulder, guys. And now I have to report that we are discontinuing Cold Shoulder. Can I get an RIP in the chat for Cold Shoulder? It is official. We are discontinuing Cold Shoulder. How can we not? She is the worst. Yeah. We still have some stock of it, so I'm like, it's not going out of stock tomorrow, unless you buy literally all of them, which I doubt. But yeah, when I say discontinue, like, we do have to strategize more on when and if we're going to restock things. So we're kind of running into an issue where we need to be working on the next new polishes that are coming out. So the machines, the filling machines at the lab are busy doing that. And if we have to pause that just to restock Cold Shoulder, because Cold Shoulder is close to selling out, like, we're just not going to do that. You have to weigh things. So yeah, there is still some inventory of Cold Shoulder left, so she might last a little while, but our plan is to not make a new batch. Does that make sense? RIP. We gotta listen to the data, though. And I also feel like it's been around for more than a year, so people have definitely had the opportunity to pick it up if they wanted it. It's like, yeah, you know, you go to a drugstore, you buy a lipstick or something, and then you don't notice that they stopped selling it because you don't really care that much, you know, because it's been on the shelf for a year. Not that particular product, but like that color has been available for over a year, so you don't care as much. That's kind of how we need to start thinking about Holo Taco polishes when they've been around for a long time and they've just kind of become less top sellers that aren't really as core. They aren't staples of the brand, and that's evident based on sales. Then yeah, we gotta make space. It's just not logistically smart to keep putting things aside so you can restock polishes that just don't sell as well. So there are other polishes that we're gonna discontinue at some point, potentially over the next year, but none of them are imminent. So I don't want to create worry and fear by like telling you, because also plans might change. I'm not really sure, but for sure we have just confirmed that we're just not going to make more Cold Shoulder. Makes sense? Yeah, you guys get it. How does that affect the Frosted Meadows bundle? So we'll probably just not have a bundle. Or maybe we'll bundle the other 4. I don't know yet. I haven't decided that, but all brands discontinue things. Making everything all the time is unsustainable. Yes, I appreciate that. I hope that people realize that too. We have over 80 nail polishes now. It's just not, it doesn't make sense. And it's not just a storage. I know what I've said before, like the warehouse is moving, so we're gonna have more space, but that's like because we're doing more things than nail polish, right? We just launched slippers and scrunchies. Those take up space. Collection boxes, when we bring them in for each new collection set, take up so much space, and just like more space to work in. But that doesn't change the fact that the lab still has to make new nail polish, and they can't be pulled off of making like the priority next collection or a good seller that needs to be restocked just to make more cold shoulder because it's sold out. So we just have to make these decisions now that we're at, 80 plus nail polishes. Eventually you gotta axe some inventory, such as life. Yeah, exactly, Nina. All right, and here's the summary slide of the bottom 10 nail polishes sold in 2021. Got cold shoulder at the bottom. And this just kind of shows you the difference in, how well the were sold. So Blue Freezy sold almost twice as well as cold shoulder. So when we say bottom 10, there's still a difference between them. Just unfortunately cold shoulder was quite a bit more than the worst selling 10th polish. Polish graveyard on the website, please. I was thinking about that, like how it would be fun to have a page that's just like retired nail polishes rather than calling it graveyard. Maybe it's like nail polishes that went into retirement and we could include limited edition polishes. 20 people just ordered cold shoulder, really? Stop. Ben, don't. Okay, I think Ben's looking at the data live. This is really not meant to be some kind of like marketing technique to get you guys to buy, what's not selling. Like, I'm truly just sharing this data with you because I think it's interesting. I think it helps explain some of our future decisions when you see why we make decisions, because it's all based in data. And I also do want to give you the last chance, because I've heard from you guys, if I don't tell you that we're going to discontinue something, like it upsets you more that you didn't have that notice. So I do tell you, when something is low stock, or I try to anyways. I would not be worried though. I don't think cold shoulder is gonna sell out today. Only 20 people ordered. I mean, that's relative, but it's I don't want you to take this as like you must order it today or it's gone. That's not true. We're probably gonna be fine for a little bit. It's not gonna sell out right away, but just like our plan is that we're not gonna make more once it does sell out. That's all. Love the heads up. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to find this balance. Like, you want to be transparent and tell you guys, but I also understand that whatever I say and message to you can and does impact sales, like right now, like savezyler. Even though it's like not my primary motive to share all this with you, it is something that, we have to consider. It does have that effect. Name it the old age polish retirement home. Yeah, I have to talk to like the website designers or something to figure out what we could do, but it would take some time to build a web page that just has like a history of what used to be. But I think that would be fun. Okay, now let's paint. In honor of the worst performing nail polishes, we're gonna paint our nails with the bottom 5. Let me grab them all. And why don't you guys tell me if you're satisfied with these results? Is there any more data that you wish that we could pull? Because maybe I could do, I don't know, a follow-up. If there's like one burning question. Maybe like the bundles. I could talk about that on next stream. I just don't have the data right now in front of me. Are you surprised at the results? Are you happy? Here's the bottom 5. Blue and orange, basically. People don't like blue and orange. Fake date and mint money, would they be in danger? So both of those are on the lower end of sellers overall as an individual. It's like all the frosted metals. Why? But Fake Data Mint Money did sell better than Cheap Champagne, Cold Shoulder, and Gift Receipt. But they're still, like, overall not good sellers compared to, you know, like a purple linear hollow or something. So this is what we're gonna go in and paint our other hand. Put in the worst polishes on my other hand. Why is it still playing? Fuck, there we go. Okay, we gotta make this more palatable though. We gotta like move these around so it's matches. Yeah, let's do that order. So pinky here, yeah. I always get compliments when I wear the medals. Yes, Diana. Exactly. That's how I feel. Like why do people not like metals? I get that too. Like when I'm going out in the world and I've painted my nails with a frosted metal, people are like, "Oh my god, that is so shiny and amazing. Where did you get that?" And I'm like, "Not at the drugstore, baby." Okay, going in with Lemon Sucker. Like, can you find this kind of coverage in yellow, in linear hollow, anywhere? At the drugstore? I don't think so. I know, I'm just making excuses for my poor Lemon Sucker. It's true that some of these shades are for the rare consumer, the rare person who wants a very specific type of polish, like a linear hollow, bright yellow. I understand why it's not as popular, but if this happens to be your color and exactly what you're looking for, then it's very good. Know what I mean? It's just not a popular color. Fair enough, fair enough. Now let's go in with Cold Shoulder, the loser. I'm sorry, Cold Shoulder. You got the cold shoulder. The best yellow. I love it. It's gorgeous. Thank you. Satisfied because I have no friends. Lol. Oh. Shout out to everyone joining me who has no friends. No, I'm just kidding. Who's spending their January 1st, 2022 looking at data with Simply. Justice for Cold Shoulder. Like, come on. What is wrong with people? Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat. Would you try a marketing campaign for just the frosted metals in January to see how they sell? I mean, I think we already have enough data to know that it's just not the favorite. Doesn't mean like they're bad. So I just want to clarify that just because something is the worst seller, it doesn't mean like it's bad. You know what I mean? But the customer has just spoken and said what they want. And I don't think my goal is really to like push marketing of things that don't sell well. Like, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. We do standard marketing, but we tend to focus on like new collections, what's new, and then also hero products. So what do people really like about Holo Taco? And they like One Coat Black and toppers and crèmes. They actually like our crèmes. All right, here's orange drink. Even if you don't like orange, you would be shocked and impressed by this coverage. I like how I'm doing this on my other hand as a reminder for people who missed the message. Like, guys, I'm doing a marketing campaign for our ugliest colors right now. No, just kidding. Can you make it seasonal instead? What, the frosted metals? Yeah, but see, this is the problem. If we make everything around the holiday season seasonal, then that means that every holiday we have to ramp up production and make all the frosted metals again and all the Christmas glitters again. And that's just also not possible. Right? So we can't make everything seasonal either, because then we have to work on them all at the same time in order to get them back up for the season. It's really quite a balancing act. Oh no! Ben, my battery! My battery died. Ben, can you come fix it? My nails are wet. He'll fix it. I'd much rather the frosted metals be seasonal than the Christmas glitters. Yeah, I hear you, but with the Christmas glitters, the glitters inside them, like there's so much more that goes into this decision than just like the obvious. So with the Christmas glitters, each individual polish has a unique color of glitter that matches the polish. So like Naughty List has not just silver holo glitters, but red holo glitters. And those specific colored glitters are not always available all the time in the quantities we need. So that was a really strong driver of our decision to make those ones seasonal. With the frosted metals, they're actually a little easier to make in terms of the pigments to source them. So they didn't need to be seasonal for that reason. So you see there's more than one reason why something is harder to keep in stock. Oh, okay, it's working, yeah. Thank you, Renomi. Thanks Simply for streaming today. I got COVID yesterday, so I'm watching your video and painting my nails. You made my new year so much better. Well, I hope you feel better. And I wonder how many people are painting their nails to this stream and they're like using a polish that was in the bottom 10 or the top 10. I sadly understand because those polishes don't sell. These colors just don't exist at the drugstore. Only a few people like them. Yeah. I think it's kind of a mix of a few different reasons. And I always thought that people would want more of what isn't available in the drugstore, but I'm kind of proven wrong with a lot of this data. People still want crèmes. To blow my nose with, oh, how do you blow your nose with wet nails? Trim, I need a hack. All right, we're gonna do lemon spritzer on the thumb. Lemon spritzer from the Pastel Holo collection. The pastel ones are sheerer than the opaque rainbow ones because they're pastel, so the lighter it is, just need 2 to 3 coats of this one. But it's like a nice soft gold too. Like it's not that yellow, right? And yeah, we're not just gonna sell things based on what's the most popular. Because if I did that, we would only be selling pink and red and beige crèmes, and then I would die. Yeah, the Holo Taco is still very much about what I like and what I think is interesting for people to have, right? That I want to bring to a more mass market than what the drugstore does. It's helpful to use the drugstore as a reference just to see, like, globally speaking, what does the average person purchase in terms of color or finish. But I want to offer more than that, and that was always the premise of Holo Taco, is like unique, special, interesting quality stuff that isn't what you find at the drugstore. Now, that doesn't bar us from also selling things that can be maybe found in the drugstore, like crèmes. But even with crèmes, you know, I want to do cooler colors, like duct tape gray is a winner. A drugstore could never. You know what I mean? Any new formulas for 2022? Thank you, Sarah, for your super chat. And now you're trying to pay me to spill all the beans? I don't think so. But yes. I'm trying to think. So I've already gone through so many prototypes for 2022. We are currently, before I had naked nails, later last night, I had my nails painted with prototypes for the anniversary collection for next year. So that's how far in advance we're actively prototyping. And yes, there will be some new formulas. A couple new formulas. Actually, our first collection of the year is a new formula. So that's exciting. There's Cold Shoulder 2 coats. Oh, so beautiful. Curse you all who did not purchase. No, I'm just kidding. Holo Taco has inspired me to branch out from crèmes, and while crèmes will always be my favorite, I'm glad to be able to go outside my comfort zone. Thank you, Mary Kay. That's what I love to hear too. Like maybe the crèmes that we sell, you know, and people are drawn to I'm Over Brew because they like that kind of moody burgundy. Maybe that draws you in, and then you're like, but wait, I can put a gold flake taco on it? Or a flaky Holo Taco? Or, oh my god, what is linear holo? So that's great to hear too. And I think that's another reason why Holo Taco will continue to sell crèmes. Is, you know, it's a good base for the toppers, most importantly. But it's also more familiar to people. And then they can branch out. We can hook them in with the crèmes. And then offer them some holo. Was it successful prototype swatching? Oh, good question, Angela. So I'm currently on round 2 of anniversary collection prototypes. I gave the team some feedback already by email, so they'll get that in the new year. And work on round 3. That's all I will say. Guys, this is gift receipt. Look at that. See, look at that shine. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like sterling silver. Yeah, sorry, by anniversary collection, I mean, like in 2021, we did the remix collection. That was our second anniversary. The anniversary of Holo Taco is in July. Is it July? Oh my god. No, it's June. Fuck, I don't know. No, it's July. So yeah, Remix was our second anniversary. And then we'll have another anniversary collection next year. This year? What year is it? So I'm working on that. And I'm also working on my birthday. But yeah, the first half of the year is already planned. Mostly finalized, but definitely plans confirmed. However, as we have learned this past year and ever since COVID, you know, sometimes supply chain things can really fuck with your release schedule. So just praying that that doesn't happen that badly. Cleaning up with your other hand, like... we've got 2 coats of each. Do I need a 3rd coat on? I usually put 3 coats on the frosted metals, but I find I don't really need them right now. Maybe just lemon spritzer, I would do a 3rd coat. Okay, we'll do a 3rd coat. Typically, how many rounds is there in prototyping? It really depends. And like more rounds doesn't mean bad things. It's just because I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually add this to this or change this or let's try this. Like that's all it is. So it really depends on what the collection is. For anniversary, I'm really, trying to push for something special, more unique. So there's a little more experimental research going on. But for like a crème, for example, since we've nailed down our formula, I don't really need excessive rounds to get the right color often. I sometimes just like pick from a Pantone book and I'm like, oh, I really like this Pantone color. Not the color of the year Pantone, but just like we use a Pantone book for color reference. A lot of graphic designers and packaging designers use the same way just to communicate which color you mean. It's like a universal language of color. So with the crème, it's a little bit easier to get to the final result. Because I'm just like, I want this shade, but also make me a warmer, cooler, and more neutral or darker and lighter version of it so I can see the options. So yeah, we have some fun things in store for 2022. We have a couple new formulas. We have some toppers. We have some crèmes. We have sparkly things. I can't tell you everything. I love the Pantone color swatch book so much, but very expensive for the average person to justify. Yes, Katie, I've heard that. So the team sent me my books, so I did not even realize how much they were. But yeah, the swatch books that just like have all the colors, basically. It's like paint chips almost. If you've ever been to a hardware store with paint chips, imagine those, but in a book. And that's how I communicate with the graphic designer, with the product development team, to try and say, no, I want this exact color of pink. And I use a Pantone shade to kind of help communicate that. But yeah, the books are very expensive and they change every year. What the hell kind of money grab is that? So I don't actually change my book every year, and neither does the team. So that way we can use the same book together and speak the same language. Like, I don't really care to update it. But yeah, if we were ever to work with like a new vendor or someone else who's using the next, like the 2021 version of the book and I have the 2020 version, they would maybe be a different code for each color, which is just so stupid. But I guess that's how Pantone makes money. Okay, let me just add a glossy taco to seal in the fate of these 5 lowest performers. What a choice though. Like, this is definitely a manicure combination I would never have put together. Will we ever see those magical holo chrome powders from Holo Taco? I just saw your old videos on them. They're gorgeous. I know what you mean, like those powders. I'm not sure that's really what the Holo Taco like customer base wants, even though some people might think that sounds cool. I found in my experience and research that it's not really as ideal for the average consumer, because the average person just isn't as knowledgeable about like nail art stuff, like the chrome powders, how to use them, the fact that they work better with gel polish where you need a lamp. The application method differs. It isn't really as easily accessible as just like nail polish. You can just paint on your nails. So for that reason, I am not going down that road of more professional products. And although you might not consider them to be professional products, and obviously I've used them too, and I'm not, you know, a licensed nail tech, it's just not as accessible, if that makes sense. Someone said Wonder Woman vibes with this manicure. Isn't it like red though? It's part of her costume, red. When are we getting that purple from the ASMR video? I know lots of people are wondering what happened to that purple. That purple ultimately did not meet my picky satisfaction requirements. So it was not released when it was originally intended earlier in 2021. And then I just couldn't find a good spot for it to be released after that. And we kind of put the prototyping aside too, to getting the perfect purple. So it's on the shelf right now until it finds a good place to fit. And that's the hard part, is finding where to fit things, honestly, because I already have too much stuff that I want to do this year in 2022 that I already have things that I'm pushing to 2023. Because I'm like, we can't fit this, move it to the following year. And then I'm like, fuck, but 2023 is so far from now. It's not fair. Definitely Tide Pod vibes in this mani. Oh my god, you're right. Tide. There you go. Unintended sponsorship. Oh, and this was also a tutorial on painting with your other hand, right? This is my non-dominant hand painting. That's probably why it's a little shakier. But yeah, just so you see, I'm a little more careful when I do this with my other hand. I have to try and steady your hand by putting it on the ground. It's harder to paint my thumb like this, but I'm doing that for the camera. There we go. All right.
What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think of the bottom 5 worst sellers at Holo Taco in 2021? Do you think that cold shoulder will still be in stock when the next... Oh, I missed the super chat. When the next collection launches, trying to figure out when to buy. I don't know. I feel like I can't. It's hard. It's an impossible question for me to answer. All I know is we definitely have enough for like today. Yeah. All I know is Ben said when we first announced it was discontinuing, like there was a couple dozen that sold. But we have more than that in stock. So I wouldn't be too worried in the immediacy, but in terms of it still being around for the next collection, I have no idea. And it would be so wrong of me to tell you yes or no, or to even say anything, because I don't know. It is impossible to know. Your non-dominant hand is better in painting nails than my dominant hand. Oh, Alien, it's just practice though. Okay, let's do a final review and then I'm gonna hop off stream. Thank you guys for staying with me. But here we have the best sellers of Holo Taco 2021. Look at this mood compared to this mood, right? That is saying a lot. We definitely like the classics, the staples, the tacos, lights, and like light as in just white, but then mostly dark otherwise. And then we don't like orange, yellow, and frosted metals. But this is a good exercise to do. I like learning about this, and it's kind of fun to pay tribute to the best and worst sellers. And you know, maybe if you have some of the worst sellers, you can show them some love in your own collection. I wouldn't recommend doing exactly this manicure, but there's something in here that could work. The yellow and orange would make for like a beautiful sunset gradient. The blue and the silver frosted metal could be a beautiful manicure with an accent nail on its own, or you can use the frosted metals to do like frosted tips. I've done that a few times. I love it. But yeah, overall, I just want to say a big like thank you to everyone who's purchased or, you know, just participated in the Simply community, who's commented on a Holo Taco post this year. Holo Taco has done so much better than I could have ever thought, ever imagined. I just, you know, with influencer brands, you just kind of expect that they perform really well at the beginning because there's so much hype and excitement over the fans seeing that their faves have launched a brand, and so they sell a lot at the beginning. But what's kind of expected is that volume, that velocity, that interest tapers off over time. And I'm so proud of the fact that that has not happened with Holo Taco. We have actually increased sales in 2021 like by 25 or something % compared to 2020. 2020 also had a full year of data because we launched in 2019. And basically we've grown since we launched in terms of sales, and we've improved a lot, expanded on the manufacturing in order to keep up with demand because we did have a bit of a demand and supply issue at the beginning. So I'm just so proud of the team and everyone that I work with who's been able to make this a reality. And more importantly than that, I am so thankful for you guys for continuing to show up for Holo Taco and for new people discovering me retroactively. I see a lot of anecdotal comments about people, especially on TikTok. They're like, oh my God, Simply, I remember you. I watched you in high school and now you have a nail polish line? I didn't know. So I see a lot of that, which is really cool. And that makes me happy. Like people like lost me for a few years there, but now they found me and they're just like so excited about the fact that I have a polish line. And I also like to see comments that aren't just about simply, I love you, so I'm buying your polish. I really, truly appreciate it when people say things like, May Lynn just said, by far the best quality. Thank you. That's what I want to hear too. I know that you guys like to support me and you appreciate, I don't know, the credibility or integrity or whatever, the transparency I show you. And so you want to support me and my brand. But I also appreciate that a reason why you might choose to return is because you believe in the product too. So it's a bit of both, and I really appreciate it. And I'm so proud of everything Holo Taco has accomplished so far, honestly. Like, I've put my life and soul into the brand. I'm definitely not a passive influencer, pretty face. What am I saying? My eyes are swollen. But you know what I mean? Like, I am extremely invested in all the behind the scenes of this brand, not just, you know, taking swatch pictures or telling you guys the sale is live. But yeah, it's because I love it, and I love getting your feedback too on it and seeing that you guys enjoy the experience, and then you join me for things like live stream launches. That's been a lot of fun this year. And data presentations, which is a new thing, but you guys asked for it. I like doing it, so let's do it. Yeah, you guys get the data summaries. Holo Taco is amazing and deserves all the hype. Thank you, Annika. Okay, I don't know why I got sappy. What is this, like the end of the year? No, it's the beginning of the year. It's 2022. Yeah. Thank you, Holo Combo said the presentation was wonderful. So I always leave my streams as a VOD, meaning video on demand. So in case you weren't here live, thank you for coming later. I know it's a lot to show up to class so early in the morning, so you were able to watch this in the background while maybe you're doing your own work or you're at school. But yeah, we had an amazing 2021, much growth and more new things to come in 2022. And although it's kind of fun to focus on the bad, I do want to remind everyone that, you know, good things too. That was the top 10, by the way. Will the slides be available after the webinar? Laughing my ass off. No, I don't think I'm gonna post this. There's really no need to. You guys can watch this stream. I'll probably make a highlight stream out of this, but that could be delayed by a week or so. I'm not sure. Menchie's still sleeping. Will this be on the exam? There is no exam. This is just for your information, for your learning experience, and then I also think it gives some insight into helping to explain why we might make certain decisions, why things maybe need to be discontinued, and why also other things, are chosen to be released or prioritized. And I think that this does a good job at really celebrating the things that Holo Taco has done well, in the sense that you guys have enjoyed them and you've been choosing them over others. But then also gives some leeway to data and explains why we're going to do what we're going to do next. Does Christine get a grade? Ben, what, you want to grade me? Okay. All right, chat, grade me. What grade do I get on my presentation? What do I get, chat? Oh my god, it's almost 3 p.m. What happened to the time? Oh, thank you. I get an A++++. That's not possible. 5 stars. The data is my favorite part. This makes me more happy than honestly the results. Is that people saying they love the data so much. Because I like this too. Like, dude, I will do this every stream for you if you want. We do have a request for bundle sales. So maybe I'll just pull that stat for next Wednesday and just quickly go over that before we get to gaming.
I know that if you want.
We'll do it next time. Because I gotta make a pretty chart. Come on, guys. I have to make a cool chart. Can't just give you the data. Thanks, Bibs. You're such a driven and inspiring person. Love you, your brand, of course. The cats. Happy 22. Speaking of cats.
What do you think? What do you think?
I did not. Speaking of my cat, what do you think? All right, everyone. I want to give a big thank you to the mods for bearing with me during this presentation. I hope that, you weren't that bored. And thank you, everyone who attended. I love doing this. I will see you guys on Wednesday at the usual time. Probably do something fun with Beyyyn, maybe gaming, or maybe not, Ben. Haven't decided yet. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But thank you guys for joining, and as always, it's amazing to see everyone in the chat, but if you're watching this after, you can always leave a comment, in the video description, the main section for leaving comment on YouTube videos, because I do go back and read those. It's helpful to see feedback, what you guys thought of the presentation, what other stats you might have been interested in, or what other questions that I didn't answer or I didn't get to. So yeah, appreciate it, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, bye.